Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Backfire Simsport TV. I'm Clyde Whiting, and tonight we bring you round 11 of the Racetech V8ESC Season 9, our special race of the season, the Bathurst 300 miles. Yes, you heard it right, 300 miles, 75 laps. In the booth with me, as usual, I have Pete Bingham. Good evening.
Evening, Clyde. Evening, everybody.
I have Bill Switzer. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
And running the cameras and all the graphics that you see on your screen is Sam Boozin. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
So, Pete, your favourite track, the one that you've done the most laps on ever without crashing. We've got a smallish field for tonight. We've got 14 cars at the moment, just coming up to the end of the 3-hour practice session. Now, we've got a small field because obviously the Bathurst 1000 is on as well. We've had discussions about, do we move the races to not, coincide with the special events, and we've tried it in the past and it's not made any difference. And then where do you stop? Because, I've got this league race and it's me mum's birthday and me uncle's friend's next door neighbour's cat's not very well. So we took the decision about 4 or 5 seasons ago to say, right, this is our schedule, we stick to it. It's up to you whether you want to race in it or not. And we've had some nice comments. We've had people saying that they would rather drive in a league race where they know the drivers than compete against loads of randoms that have no idea what they're doing. So yeah, it is what it is, Pete. But I'm sure either way, it's going to be a fantastic race.
It is. They're going to be a little lost at points around this track. I think the race will split up and then condense back together again at certain points. You're certainly going to get people getting lapped because there's some very, very quick guys in here. We know them all, and we know them and love them equally. And yeah, I don't necessarily like. I was going to say racing Bathurst because I crash there all the time. But I do like the track. I just wish I was better at it. And I think whoever made that comment about they'd rather run in a league race than duke it out with a load of people who are just turning up for the one race and they've got no idea what to do with this car, it is sensible, and it helps you continue to enjoy this track, because otherwise it turns into an utter nightmare. We did a very long race, you and I, with a chap called Rich Brightwell, if you remember, and we did rather well.
We did, yeah.
But there were some utter idiots in that race, if you remember, and I think we were very, very lucky to avoid getting wiped out by one or more of them. So yeah, I hold those sentiments, and I agree with whoever said it, because it's a good way to enjoy a race rather than join the melee. It's a bit like when the Black Friday sales used to be on, like, properly in shops. You want to go, and you end up going, and then you end up cursing your life that you bothered to go in the first place, because a million other people are occupying the same space as you, getting in your way. And it's very, very similar to this.
Very weird analogy from Pete, but we just had another one connected. Mike Talianchich, who no doubt is going to do 300 miles without stopping.
One tank Talianchich.
And obviously, the other thing, Bill, is for those that have turned up, there's going to be big points on the table, because at the moment, the lowest you can finish is 15th.
Well, absolutely. That's one thing. And to continue Pete's discussion about Black Friday, in the United States here, it's a little bit different, because the day before Black Friday, we have a holiday called Thanksgiving, and we thank for all the things we have and, bless everybody and all that. And then the next day, you trample over everybody at a store trying to get a TV or something. It's really kind of an oxymoron, to be honest with you. But, no matter how many cars we have, Bathurst is probably one of the finest road courses in the world. I mean, it has everything. And like Pete said, you've got some wide open spaces, but, you have to be so careful through the mountain. I mean, you make one mistake up there, you're crashed, and basically your race is done. And it's just a really hard, amazing course to be good at. But it's wonderful to watch. I'm sure we'll have some action today, and it may get spread out, but it's kind of funny how toward the end they all seem to come together. We've seen it time and time again. So I'm looking forward to that, and maybe a new winner today. You never know. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we've got a lot of fast drivers in anyway, but Pete, this is a track, we say this quite often, but I think this more than any, we're doing 75 laps tonight. You can do 73 laps really, really comfortable and then have one moment and it's all over.
You might be able to. I can, I can do apparently 49 laps and then absolutely mash the car into the wall right there, actually, where Marco's just gone through. So, or on the replay, because I've got Discord showing at the moment on my main screen, so I'll get with the times. Yes, this is a track where all the walls around it are, well, they're not made of duvets, are they, really? It's solid concrete. When you crash around here, you crash in spectacular fashion. No crash is just a little bump, ever. I know these guys managed to just do that thing where they scrape the wall and do very little damage, and they probably catch the optimals when they're changing tyres, but not for the likes of me. And some of the areas where you do go off, like at the end of the chase, which is where Marco is going to get to after he's done this little right-hand kink. It takes you several days to get back onto track with the use of a sat-nav, because that off there is just monumental. So yeah, you're right. You can do as many perfect laps as you like around here, but that one lap is what ruins it. Tyre drop-off around here is, I find, is immense, because you've got such heavy braking zones, such heavy acceleration zones. You've got one massive uphill straight, one massive downhill straight, but everything at the top of the mountain there is scrubbing all the heat into your tyres all the time, and it's difficult to manage, and your tyres just rush off a cliff, literally, pardon the pun.
Yeah, and I think, the other thing to mention is being a 75 lap race, and the cars being fuel limited, we think they're going to have to make probably 4 stops, and the pit lane here can be very, very tricky as well, Bill. So, even somebody that's away in the lead or up there in the top few, just as we see Marco Namela prove that he's human.
In my head, I just went, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
Because that pit lane entrance is so tricky, it doesn't matter how fast you are. If you can't get in and out of the pits cleanly, you're not going to win the race.
Well, that's for sure. That pit entrance, I can't tell you. I mean, I'm very familiar with what it does, but I can't stay on that pit road. It's very difficult. It's like a snake, and it's not a what should I say, an equidistant between those little turns. It's like one kind of casual one, and then 2 real quick little backs and forths, and of course you're coming off where you've just been doing 300 kilometers down to Conran Straight, and you try to go in there, at a reasonable speed, and you're going way too fast. So, and actually coming out, you can get in trouble too, because the exit onto there, even though they've got cones and you're on the inside, somebody coming around Hell Corner there, you can end up having a little side to side with or whatever. It's a tricky place, and the least amount of times you can spend in the pits here, the better off you are, for sure. But it's going to be interesting.
So the guys are now going to start their 15-minute qualifying session. So we'll see. Is pole position important? I think being up there or somewhere near it is, because it can keep you out of potential issues on the first couple of corners. However, if you are a bit further down the grid, and as long as you're patient and you don't get caught in anything, it's a long race and there's plenty of time to catch people up. Excuse me. So yeah, I think these guys will be aiming for pole where they can, but I don't think there's going to be tears or too much disappointment if they don't quite get there.
No, 75 laps is an enormous amount of mileage around here. How many free repairs did you say you'd given them? One.
Just the one.
Oh dear. I think some of them will need one up to maybe 100. But yeah, if hopefully they'll all remember that it's a 75 lap race when they're on lap 1, all piling into the cutting, because it won't take much to wreck an entire field going through there, will it? And particularly through the dipper, because you're not stopping, are you? Once you're in that momentum, and you dive into the right-hand turn, there's nothing stopping you if someone's parked or crashed on the left-hand turn. Hopefully everyone remembers that and keeps it very, very, well, not pedestrian, we don't want that necessarily, but just careful, you know? Because otherwise it's going to be a wreckfest at that point. To be honest, I've never seen a proper wreckfest. I've seen bad ones in real life, to be honest. There's been some proper pile-ups around here in real life, hasn't there?
Yeah, there certainly has. I was just watching the 2020 12-hour from here, and there was a lot of, I mean, they had one point where they basically had the dipper blocked because, like you said, somebody gets into the wall there, turns sideways, and of course 2 or 3 guys are barreling down behind them. They have nowhere to go. They got no prayer of stopping, and they pile in there, and it's like a big blockade there. So it can create.
You know those ones that look like pickup trucks that the Australians drive.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
the Utes. Yep.
The Utes, that's it. Yeah, I forgot what they called them until then. So cheers for that, Bill. They were doing one of these around here for these events across this weekend a few years ago, and there was barely a Ute left at the end of it because they'd all just piled into the dipper, and took them about 3 hours to get all the cars and bits out.
Yeah, it's really tough, and also the cleanup from that is all on the surface that they race, so they got to be really careful, get everything cleaned up. It takes a while. Sometimes they're down for a half an hour, and then sometimes they have to slow down on a major race for kangaroos all over the place too. So that's happened before. I've seen that too. But
I've not seen that. Hopefully they'll simulate that one yet.
I don't think we'll have to worry about it in this race, but I've seen that happen.
I might submit that to
It wasn't that many years ago that one of the Nissans actually got wrote off, didn't it, by a kangaroo?
I think
that's
true. That the Nissan wrote the kangaroo off.
No, I think it was the other way round. I think the kangaroo wandered off.
Good effort, kangaroo. They are big. They're big creatures, though, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All muscle.
Yeah.
I was going to say, apparently very strong too.
You know, from what you guys are saying about when accidents do happen here, I think one of the big problems is your greatest overtaking opportunity is obviously down Conrad. But to get that opportunity, you've got to stick close behind somebody up and over the mountain and make sure you're right up there, chuff pipe going through Forest Elbow. And if they make a mistake and crash, then there is no time in the world that can react quick enough to get out of the way. And one car can quite easily become 3 or 4. And then we get a blocked track, and then we see a safety car.
Exactly.
We don't have safety cars in this particular league, and obviously I don't think we need it for however many cars we've got. How many have we got now? Is it 14 or more than that?
Well, Mike T has disappeared again, so...
he disconnected. Looks like he's gone.
Yeah, I think so. So, what's that? 9, 10,
14.
11, 12, 13, 14 cars, yeah. Yeah. I don't think you need a safety car for 14 cars. I think you could probably simulate some guy waving them down at the side of the track, and that would be enough for 14 cars. But yeah, safety cars are a big thing at Bathurst. They sometimes red flag the race. Hopefully we won't get any of that. Hopefully the skill of the drivers that are in here. I mean, they've all got decent I ratings, to be fair, but some of them are exceptionally high I ratings. As Johnny Brandon leaps from last to 5th, just like that, because it's that easy apparently. So yeah. Hopefully we can get round at least the first few laps with some competitive door-to-door racing without any crashes, and then everybody gets a fair show to do a serious number of laps around here. You're racing the track a lot of the time for Bathurst. It's trying to kill you, and as long as there's no other cars in the equation, it's enough to maintain your concentration for that time, I think.
Yeah, I think the track's trying to kill you, the car's trying to kill you.
Everybody around you.
It's proper Australia, isn't it? Where everything is trying to kill you.
Well, even though the track came before the car, I tell you, I think these cars are made for this track, really. Even though I know they have GT races here and all kinds of motorcycles and all kinds of stuff here, I can't imagine a motorbike or motorcycle here. Holy crap! But anyway, I think it's synonymous with supercars. This track.
Yeah, you need a car with a lot of grunt to get around here, don't you? It'd be hilarious to see a mini race round here. You just set the clock going and just tapping your foot for a few hours while they get round the track and back to the beginning. But you do need a car with some significant top speed. I've done some races in some very strange cars on iRacing round Bathurst, and ones where you've not got the different gear settings. It's topping out before you've even started to climb the hill. So you're accelerating down here, and where you go under this Jim Beam sign, and then start to climb again. You're already at the top of your rev limiter, and you're banging away on it all the way through this bit.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, this is tedious. I got like another mile before I get to come off the gas. So yeah, you're right. The track is ideal for this car, and it's almost like the cars were made to race on this.
Exactly. It's funny you mentioned that, but it is funny to do different cars around here, and you always think the supercar really doesn't handle that well, but boy, when you take something like a street stock or something like that around here, oh my god! I mean, you can't stay off the wall with it. It's unbelievable.
Someone did a lap round here in one of those dirt carts, didn't they? It was hilarious. That was brilliant. A single gear car nailing it down here. It was hilarious.
I think the funniest thing I ever saw, and I can't find the clip anymore. This guy painstakingly did the Bathurst jump with various cars, and it was hilarious. I'm telling you, it was really funny.
So, some quick good evenings on the chat to Tyler Newitt, Racecraft Esports, and Canadian Crispy Bacon is with us. We are 9 minutes into the qualifying session, and at the moment, Tony Kloosterman sits on provisional pole with Marco Nemela in second. And I was just going to say Chris Jackson in third, but Steve Lavalle's just pipped in.
He has, and he's
nice to see Chris back. He's obviously Mary's out.
Yeah. Otherwise, she wouldn't be letting him race.
The kids are stuck to the TV.
Yeah. Social services.
Mr. Onion is back. Might be a one race visit, but
yeah,
loving this track. Sanderson down in 8th at the moment. That's.
I think that'll change.
Well, I was going to say that's surprising, but then if you look at Tony, Marco, Chris, Johnny, we know how rapid they are. Steve Lavalle beating Johnny Brandon at the moment. That's interesting.
Yeah, again, I think that's subject to change. No Foggy still. Has he got a different league to be in?
No, Foggy's still injured.
Oh, is he?
He's suffering with. Well, I think it started off as sciatica, but I think it's something slightly different now. So we don't know when he'll be back, and I'm glad. These guys are probably glad that he's not here, because every time we see Foggy here, he just disappears into the different distance.
Yeah, it sure does.
Nice to see Connor out there. I don't think the old boy's bladder will take 75 laps, so
might be a one long pit stop in the middle of it.
Yeah. Wondering if Ben Cullen and Adam Wright are doing the start at the back. Stay out of trouble.
Maybe, yeah. It's a 75 lap race, isn't it? Where you start on the grid, unless you're absolutely wanting to win it, becomes a bit immaterial, especially if you know that at least 10 of the 12 cars in front of you, you're not going to beat them anyway.
Yeah, if you can't move up a couple rows, it really isn't worth it, to be honest with you. And for a 75 lap race.
Other than to get a few more laps of practice, but maybe you should have just done more laps of practice.
Yeah, exactly.
So Ben reckons he's about 1,000,000 to 1 odds on completing a lap.
Okay. I'm not sure I'd give him those good odds, to be honest. If I went into a bookies for my odds in a Bathurst race, they would just laugh.
They would probably tell you not to bother.
Yeah.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, they pay me money. Not to
Pete, you're very hard on yourself. My God.
Well, Bathurst, and I like I said before, I really like the track. I wish I was good at it. I do some really good laps around here, although I haven't with the current car and tyre model combination. These guys out here at the minute are doing between 203, which is just unbelievably obscene from Tony Bruton and Marco Namela, to 206 from Andrew Hoffman. The best I did the other day was a 207.5 or something.
Yeah, that's still not very bad though. Let me tell you.
It's not, but I couldn't do it regularly, not without smashing it against some of the furniture around the track. So
yeah, I hear you.
That's my problem with this place. I'm not consistent enough, and the other thing is, you don't often get a short race around here, do you? They're always beasts. And I'm, as Clyde will no doubt testify to, I'm always guilty of really concentrating on the race for the first 8 laps, and then I'm like, wonder what I should have for dinner. Oh no, a crash, a wall! Oh my God!
I think Gary Craig hit the nail on the head with you, Pete. I think it was last night when he said, you and him are very close on pace. And Gary's a good driver.
He is, yeah.
But the difference is Gary can finish races and you don't.
Yeah.
And it is a concentration thing, isn't it?
With me it is, absolutely.
And just going back to the lap times as well, I just had a look. Our series lap record here goes all the way back to season 1. And that was Farouk Manzar with a 203.
He's a good racer.
324.
Oh, that might go tonight.
So, there's a possibility.
Yeah, Farouk he was an excellent racer, and he's also a really good, real car racer too. He's very good.
He drove your favourite cars, didn't he?
Yeah, stupid ass plastic cars. Yeah.
What cars are those?
Corvette.
I can't say it. Blah 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 blah.
That's right, folks. Bill is also 5 years old. Can't hear you. Fingers in my ears. Yeah. There's quite a lot of XVR cars in, isn't there? Which is good.
Yes.
I mean, they've obviously jointly decided we're not going to bother with the officials because they're just going to be a crash fest. And that's fair enough, because it will be.
We have 5 of them here, yeah.
And if anybody's wondering about Tony's car, yes, he has joined in the Holden by accident.
Boy, just see him coming that pit road was like unbelievable. That was great.
It was. I hate him.
Oh! That's why we don't like him or Marco Numella very much.
Marco's put in a couple of personal best sectors, but he's not getting any purples.
Well, he's matched Tony's last sector 4, I think. Is he? He's in sector 5 now, I think. Or is that his last? Oh, I don't know where he's at on the track, but where the sector lines are.
Yeah.
Conrad Street?
He's on Conrad now, but I don't know which sector it's in. I get the feeling it's in sector 4. So if he does, let's just watch the timing screens. It's not changing for me.
Well, he's coming into the last turn.
I honestly don't know how these guys carry so much speed. He was
Well, they
braking
really
before
go
the line, wasn't he? Sorry, go on, Bill.
He went quicker, but not quick enough. Johnny Brandon has abandoned his lap, so that's it. Everybody's done
He's-
their laps. That's going to do a lap.
He's got a little hip damage, so I think that was something to do with it.
Unbelievable how fast Marco Normella can go through Murray's there. Holy
It's
God.
just, yeah, there's. I
They
haven't got
bite.
words for it.
They bite. Him and Tony, they bite.
Right then.
So, endurance race, we should, if I set it up correctly, have a rolling start.
Oh, did I know that?
They should do. It's an endurance race.
Oh, that's true. And that starts on Conrad, doesn't it?
I would have thought so.
I
Yeah.
think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you eating now as well, Bill?
Nope.
He lied.
If that wasn't a lie, the next one will be.
Oh, dear. That was funny.
And I can't. You telling everyone I've been eating cake? That's a lie.
What was it then?
It was pie.
It was. Oh dear.
Okay, just wait for the session to click over, and then we'll bring you your official starting grid.
There it goes.
Okay, so going off from pole position is Tony Kloosterman, second place Marco Namela, third Johnny Brandon, fourth Steve Lavalley, great lap from Steve, fifth the returning Chris Jackson, and sixth the returning Yarrick Sabula, Mr. Onion as we know him. Seventh Rich Warmingham, eighth Wayne Sanderson. I think Wayne will want to be getting up a bit further from there. Ninth and Woodward, 10th Lame O'Connor, 11th Marco Lewert, and 12th Andrew Hoffman. And then we think starting from the back will be Adam Wright and Ben Cullen. I can see Adam has gridded, so they're not starting from the pits.
And they
Looks
are.
like a standing start.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
Weird.
Huh. Unless they take a whole lap, I doubt that.
I know, I wouldn't have
No,
thought
there's
so.
no pace car out there, is there? So
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's why they pay him the big bucks. He noticed that. I didn't see that.
all very quiet. Track temperature 21 degrees centigrade, which is 84 degrees Fahrenheit. The lights are about to come on. Lights are coming on, and we are green. It looked like everybody had a really good getaway there. Nobody slow.
No.
Johnny Brandon trying to get up the
Wow.
inside of Marco Namela.
Ooh. Yep, didn't quite make it work, but he had a really good go at it. I was convinced they were going to touch at least.
Yeah, I expected to see Marco pushing in the wrong direction there.
Yeah, Marco cut really close there.
Being in a different car's not bothering Tony Kloosterman. Everybody's
Whoa!
managed.
Oh, he
Well,
got loose. Ow. Tony really got loose around that corner there. But he's still going straight, which is good.
Yep. I mean, cold tyres in this car is just sometimes it surprises you as well.
And we've seen Tony struggle.
Whoa,
haven't
Marco
we?
Namela wiggling all over. What was that? Oh, and he's still going.
He's still wiggling.
Johnny's going to have him here if he carries on like that.
No, I was just saying we've seen Tony struggle on cold tyres, haven't we?
Yes, yeah. We're seeing Marco struggling on cold tyres at the minute. He locked up just there, going over the top of Skyline.
coming into the dipper too. Whoa, a little
Tony's
wide there.
disappearing.
He is.
Wow.
He's already got a 2-second lead. I mean, blimey.
Almost looks like Marco's nervous with Johnny breathing down his throat.
I don't think it's that. I think he's just struggling with the cold tyres right now.
Wow. It's like a nice little parade, doesn't it? All of them coming down Conrad Straight.
Oh, that's very wide. Jarek Sebula
I think Chris Jackson's got damage on the left-hand
He's
side of
off
his
the
car.
road, yep.
on the what side? Left.
Left. Right.
Right-hand side.
Left-hand
that's-
side. I don't know. I think it was the left.
Your other left, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the other left. On the steering wheel side of the car.
I can't remember how I looked at it now, but
That's what happened to Yarrow. He went inside, broke, locked up, and went right across the hotel's lawn there.
definitely the left-hand side because the right-hand side's clean.
Right, so left-hand side. Probably the inside wall as they go over the top of the mountain on that left-hander. Oh yeah, that's lots. That's lots.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing on the event tracker about it. In fact, the event tracker is remarkably quiet right now.
It is, isn't it? Yes.
I think with this amount of cars and this amount of skill, the high skill, we hopefully will stand to see hardly any crashes at all. Hopefully, that's what I'm praying for anyway. I'm praying for a good race.
It's so easy, isn't it, to make a mistake?
It is. It's terrifying. I mean, some of these turns when I die, they're going to have to put little plaques on them because I've crashed there so many times.
You know, it looks like Chris Jackson is the first one with damage tonight, and I know he hasn't really raced this season, but when Chris first started with us, you know, we nicknamed him Crash Jackson.
We did, yeah. Did we say that to his face ever? Because now he knows.
Yeah.
You wouldn't dare.
But then, you know, we turned it round to, you know, probably one of the safest, and I don't know, safest driver and consistency. It just all came to him. But he's the first one to make a mistake tonight.
Oh, that's a nudge. Jarek into the back of Marco Lower.
Yeah, he's very late on the brakes there, isn't he?
He is. Probably too late because he's got himself out twice now.
That's exactly how he went off the first lap around. Way inside, coming into the cutting there. What is that? The chase, I'm sorry.
Fastest lap of the race, Johnny Brandon. He's not done any fastest sector times in it. He's just done a very, very solid lap where each sector was excellent.
When Johnny is on his game, he's a hard guy to beat.
Yeah, and he's reeled in Marco already on this lap hugely.
I think he's really watching and scheming right now how to get by him. Which isn't going to be an easy task either.
It's not. I mean, for the likes of me, it's get out of Forest Elbow as best you can in order to do the slipstream down Conrad and into the shape. That is honestly, that is probably my only place, and that was a hip check against the wall from Marco, I think. That is my only place to really stage a decent overtake on this track. Everywhere else for me is death.
He definitely touched that wall.
Whoa!
Sparks flying.
And that was the other side of the car, wasn't it? I heard another smack as he went over there. No, maybe not. Maybe not. That was somebody else then. So Johnny has lost a little bit of ground going through the twisty bit. And that's the other thing. You can set your car up for the twisty or for the straight, right? So
yeah, but not both.
But never both. It's weird, isn't it? You can never get that happy medium of fast and reactive. Is that the right sort of terminology? I think it is.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm sticking with it.
Good man.
Here comes Jarek again. Managed his braking. Yeah, managed his braking better that way. And he's a bit wiggly.
lot better position that time to go around that corner.
Yeah, definitely.
See, the other thing about this track as well is, if you've got the kahunas to run that close to somebody in front of you, when you've got somebody up your chuff like that, you can't. The track won't let you drive in the mirror.
No.
If you try and drive looking backwards, you will make a mistake.
Yeah, maybe that's my problem, because I do spend an awful lot of time looking in the mirrors. And just to back up what you said, Canadian Crispy Bacon says you need a driver with a set of balls.
Yes.
So Yarek's getting very, very racy. Oh, is he going to do this, is he?
He is.
That's a good move, actually. I think he freaked Marco out enough that Marco got off the racing line.
That was a hell of a move. Wow.
Wasn't it just? He's got lots and lots of speed. He doesn't know which way to get past him, though, and then decides, I'll have this under braking.
Yeah.
And actually Marco let him go.
Yeah, Marco didn't make it too difficult, did he?
No.
Do you really want to have somebody faster than you trying to get past you when you're on lap 4?
Yeah.
Of 75, it's, to me, let them go and concentrate on your own pace.
Yeah, I think Marco was trying to work on his pace, and this guy was driving him crazy, Jaro. Yarrow. Is it Yarrow or Jaro?
Yarrick.
Okay, Yarrick.
So Adam Wright is up behind Andrew Hoffman, has been for a couple of laps.
Everybody, apart from Yarrick, is in the place where they started.
And the 4 people in front of him.
Well, they're in the same position.
Well, no,
In line with one another.
Aren't they?
Well, yes, if you want to be petulant. Honestly. This is what I have to deal with, people.
He's not wrong for once.
He's not, but
Yeah.
please.
Oh boy, widen the door.
Yeah, totally.
So the Tony Kloosterman gap is not. It's not going out any further.
It's come down a little, to be fair. You're not talking much, but... Ooh, lame. And these two are glued together.
Yeah,
If anything-
I think Johnny eased the pressure on Marco, and that's let him start to chase down Tony.
I was going to say, it might be that the pressure that Johnny's placing on Marco is making him drive faster, and that can either end in one of 2 ways, can't it?
Yeah, he just doesn't seem to be in his boot.
No,
Like he was the first couple of laps.
but when you look at the behaviour of the cars, Marco is absolutely flinging it into some of those corners, and Johnny is smoothly cruising through the corners. Or that's what I just saw.
See, Johnny's giving him a gap there, and that gap to Tony has come down to 1.4 seconds.
Yep. And continuing to reduce, actually. Significantly.
Maybe Johnny's trying to drive a more predictable pace so he can make it at least to the halfway point.
Yeah.
A little battle.
Well, I'm thinking with Johnny that if that's what he's doing, if he's easing the pressure off of Marco so that Marco can concentrate on going fast and catching Tony, he's obviously dragging Johnny with him.
Yeah, because he'll be starting his slipstream, yeah.
And then Marco and Tony start battling, and there might be a door opened or,
That's right.
a door ajar there for Johnny to get both of them.
So,
good point.
from the perspective of someone who should have read the rules, what do you get for a win in this endurance series? 'Cause I can't remember.
It's 300 points.
Right, and for third, you
I
can see where
don't
my
know.
thinking's going.
I'll have to check. Leave it with me.
That was the sound of someone hitting the wall. Was it Benkel remodelling his car?
Right, so enduro races. First is 450.
Oof, right, that's good.
Second is 435, and third is 420.
That's a big points difference, isn't it? Have we got the season standings to put on the screen?
I have. Sam might have it.
No, not this time.
Johnny
Probably a bug on
Brandon
the
show at
website,
the moment.
but I will
Okay.
sort out next week.
No problem.
So that gap is just over a second now. In fact, it's an equal gap, Tony to Marco, Marco to Johnny.
Yeah, definitely.
On the last one, Tony did a 2:06. So he lost 1 second over the two guys behind him, and now he's back on the rhythm. So maybe something happened to Tony.
Yeah, possibly. And they've not.
Hang on.
Something definitely happened to Ant Woodward.
Yeah, that's expensive. Where's that? That's after Hell Corner, isn't it? And you could not crash in a worse place because you've got... How long's this track? Like 400 miles or something.
Yeah, it's turn one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
easy to get on the gas early.
Or you drop a wheel off on the outside there, coming out, boy.
Ooh, that
Over you
wasn't
go.
gentle either.
No,
Although it was.
yeah,
a
the
big
only
side-
Look at that. Oh,
the saving
he got
grace
it
was it
one-
was side on.
Yeah.
that was a better way to hit it for sure.
Yeah. I think you might be all right with that.
Yeah, spray paint. Crush mirror, he's fine.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is that they're not really dropping Steve LaValle that much. 2 seconds, but
Not that far behind.
no.
And Chris Jackson is catching Steve LaValle now. That's a bit different.
Yeah, Woodward's got his hands full now with these two.
Yeah, and he's got about another 5 laps before he can reasonably pit the car, hasn't he? Very wide round Forest Elbow. Ooh, and not as wide as the Hoff was just then. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's,
that was a nudge, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I can move this concrete wall. Oh, no, I can't. So Ant Woodward is clearly down on speed.
Yeah,
there's
most
no reason
definitely.
for that.
They've just cruised past them.
Yeah. So he might go in early. I don't know. Is that a threat if he goes in now?
I don't know. Don't know. Well, to be fair, he's not going to. He's going in, yeah.
Now he's got. Oh, I hate this. The amount of times I've straight lined it and then I got a penalty.
Ben must have crashed because he's disconnected.
Oh. Oh, yes, he did. Oh,
yes.
Yeah, that's bad.
That was death.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm just seeing that one. That one very nice.
What did he say? 1,000,000 to 1. Well, Ben, if you've got nothing better to do now that you're no longer racing and you want to come and let us take the piss out of you in the interview room, then be our guest.
Yeah, they won't beat you up too badly.
Well, he did 6 laps.
I don't think that means he gets 6 million quid, but...
So that Klosterman and Mailer gap has equalised again.
be interesting to see the pit stop strategy on this first stop here.
Yeah, and Tony's time came back down under 2:06, so as Sam pointed out, he'd gone over the 2:06 mark on a lap or two, and he's turned up the wick now, so have to see what happens. But Johnny has definitely caught Marco again, so maybe it's Marco that's the bubble in the spirit level here.
And the gap will go out to Tony if Johnny puts pressure on.
It can definitely help Tony's fight if these two start scrapping.
Yeah, but Johnny's come out of the slipstream very early there.
Yeah, he did.
Or maybe he's just getting onto the right racing line earlier than Marco. It's funny, there's people take that little hump in the road just there where Jarek is at the moment on different places because people don't like certain sides of the track there, do they?
Yeah.
There's actually quite a significant camber on both sides of it.
Sure is.
So this is Wayne on Rich Warmingham.
A little wiggle there.
So I'm guessing Rich had a bad exit from Hell Corner. Got that very done, and he's miles ahead.
Yeah,
very early.
Yeah.
Going over the hump, he was past him. Wow.
That's odd. So Chris Jackson still chasing down. Oh, he's caught him, but I don't know whether he's got a solution for Steve Lavallee, who's in front of him. Steve Lavallee is very, very fast now, isn't he?
Yes.
He never really used to be at the sharp end, did he? As much as he is lately.
He's improved immensely.
Yeah.
They've given him the XVR grip hack. That's what it is.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, it's clearly a stable that puts out very good A setups and B racing coaching, isn't it?
Well, they obviously help each other in that team. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely. And Liam O'Connor, he's not much further back.
He really isn't. Hit his marks pretty good going through the chase and down the Murray.
You would guess that they'll go for emptying the tanks on this first stint, I would have thought.
Yeah. You're gonna want to take tyres on every one of your stops, I think, aren't you?
I think it'd be bad not to.
Yeah.
Marco was quicker than Tony on the previous lap.
It's definitely ebbing and flowing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say it just... I don't know if it's coincidence, but when Johnny gets close to Marco, the gap goes out to Tony. When Johnny backs off a little bit, the gap comes down again.
Eric's now caught Rich Warmingham, which is odd. Has Rich Warmingham got some sort of issue?
I was wondering the same thing, because he's usually pretty fast.
Yeah, he's back in his starting position, and Wayne Sanderson's obviously picked up a couple because, Yarek's behind him now from his own starting position, but Wayne seemed to go past Rich like he wasn't moving, and now Yarek's caught him in equal measure.
And if he gets a slipstream, he might be able to slip by him here. He's a little bit far back, but maybe.
He's not
He's
waiting.
He's coming on him.
He's having to wait, actually. He just didn't have it there, did he?
Oh, careful. Oh, not right.
Yeah, I don't think Wayne's got I don't think Rich has got a speed deficit because Yarek would have just driven past him on Conrod.
Yes.
Tony was seriously sideways coming out of Hell Corner that time.
Well, which lap are we on? We're on lap 11 now. We're still about 4 laps away from a pit stop, I think. But you only have to get on the gas a little early in this car, don't you?
For sure.
And your wheels are spinning, and
He's
then...
done it this time.
Yeah, I mean... Curious.
The RO got by. Where's that? Oh, Quarry Ben. That's the part of the track.
Oh, what happened to
What's
Hop
that?
there?
I don't know.
Was he just letting him go?
I think so, yeah. He's maybe playing the safe race and not wanting to get tangled up with somebody at this point, because it is very early in the race, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't see whether he got loose out of the last corner,
Didn't look like it.
which fired him off towards the wall.
I mean, that can happen, but it
Yeah.
didn't look like that from
I couldn't
my
really
perspective.
see it.
It amazes me how close to that right-hand wall out of Forest Elbow all these cars get.
God, talk
without
about mental
hitting.
Amazes me how close they get to all of them.
You what? Say again?
So it amazes me how close they get to all of the walls.
Yeah, really.
That's why I'm so slow round here. I'm
Yeah.
safe, but because I stick 6 foot away from the walls, I'm not very quick.
Kind of funny, Pete, when you said that about Forest Elbow, I was thinking the same identical thing. Watch those 3 guys go through there. God, you couldn't have put a postcard between them and the wall.
No.
Unbelievable.
Crazy, isn't it?
Ah,
It's like I was saying to, I think it was Clyde in one of the other broadcasts that we do. I feel like when I'm at Bathurst, you know, when you go to the bowling alley, and for the really, for the really new people that bowl in, they put the little bumpers out at the side.
yeah.
I feel I need that when I go around Bathurst, so that I don't smash the car to pieces after about 200 yards.
The gap is under a second now.
Oh, it is, yeah. And Johnny's getting racy again. It's all on. Ooh, Marco. That's a bit of a super wiggle, isn't it?
I think Marco just drives a seriously loose car, if I'm honest.
Some people love those setups. I
Yeah.
just die.
Now they say loose is fast, but boy, I can get you in trouble if you don't know what you're doing.
Well, that's probably just answered the question of why I die, Bill. Because I don't know what I'm doing with it.
Yeah, welcome to the club, pal.
Yeah, and Marco does lock up the odd tyre here and there, doesn't he? And,
Yeah, you just did. All
yeah, going through the dipper. But Johnny doesn't seem to. He seems to be a bit smoother. And Tony doesn't seem to either. And Tony usually is the driver that puts the smooth in smooth.
I'm amazed how Johnny Brannon can go into Forest Elbow that shallow and still come out and not hit. Oh, I'm just amazed.
And with all the speed, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
Grip pack.
Probably. We'll find out someday. We'll uncover the mystery.
So in the real Bathurst, they started racing at 1 o'clock this afternoon. When does that race finish?
It's usually about 5 hours, isn't it? Was it
Right.
5 hours or 7 hours? I can't remember.
Somewhere around there, yeah, between the two, probably. Kind of surprised me when I was watching the 12-hour, which is all GT3 and GT4 cars. I was amazed that their times weren't a heck of a lot better than the real supercar guys. I was shocked because it's a lot more sophisticated car for sure.
It is, but that sophistication can slow you down as well. So myself and Gary Craig found this with a lot of the GTE cars. If you turn off all the traction controls and all the fancy gadgetry that keeps you alive, as it were, then you go a lot faster.
Oh yeah,
Like
But
a
you-
lot faster, though.
For one lap.
with me, yeah, but with a lot of other people for whole races and stuff. So you know, I think the technology, whilst it's there for all the right reasons, these things are untamed monsters, aren't they? And as a result, are just super fast.
I don't think they should be allowed in racing. I don't care what anybody says.
What the driving
Traffic
assists
control and all that other stuff. I don't believe in that. I mean, for Joe Egghead like me that drives a supercar on the road and doesn't know what the hell he's doing, I think it's great. But you know, for these guys that are professional drivers, they don't need that stuff. They really don't.
I can understand it if you're doing production car racing, because that's what it comes with, right? As a produced car off a production line. But yeah, you're right. If it's something that's designed for racing, I don't understand why you would add in traction control and stability management and all the other stuff that anti-skid or whatever.
Some of it can come down to whether the car's your own or not.
How do you mean?
Right.
Well, if you're driving somebody else's car and it doesn't matter if you smash it up, then turn them all off.
Yeah.
If you're racing a £150,000 Ferrari GTE that you pay for out of your own pocket, you're going to have everything on.
True.
Okay, so Lame and Marco have quitted.
Oh.
Oh, you're talking about Marco Luerd, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I still see Marco and Normella on the track. What's going on here? Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think they're going to the guys out front are going to run until they, until the last drops in there right now.
Yeah, I think sensibly lap 15's a good point to go in mathematically.
I mean, these guys really have no issues. They don't have any people in front of them or stuck behind traffic or anything like that. So I think they can keep right on going. What?
Chris Jackson was very sideways coming out of Forest Elbow.
Oh, yeah.
And this might be an overtake here.
That's difficult round the outside of there.
Yeah, that's Marco Lower out of the pits, obviously. Fresh rubber, not up to temperature yet. Hang on, was Lane O'Connor in front of Marco before
He
the pit?
was, and he was a lot further in front.
Yes, he was.
Right, that's why I'm not used to seeing them both in the same camera shot then, okay.
And I agree with you, Pete. Mathematically, if this is 4 stops, you would do 15, 30, 45 and 60.
Yeah.
And get the maximum out of each set of tyres.
Yeah, you're just balancing your race, really, aren't you? And not create... Well, with me, it's usually... Don't leave a situation where if you're going to pit on, like, slippy tyres and come out on cold, potentially half grippy tyres, then usually it's too much of a difference for me, and I put too much trust in the grip of the tyre and end up crashing just after I've pitted. I've not got the mental discipline to remember all the way around the track. These are cold tyres, Pete. Don't gun it everywhere.
And in your mind, if you're went in ahead of a guy and you come out, you want to stay ahead of him, you see him coming, then all of a sudden you're pushing to stay ahead of him.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yep.
Doesn't often work.
So let's see if any of these are doing the 15 lap rule.
That's right, we're on lap 15.
I think most of them will. Some gut feel tells me they'll be in. It doesn't benefit you to do anything else, really, does it? You're not going to fuel save around Bathurst, are you? Is it possible?
It is possible if you're behind somebody.
Very hilly course.
I don't think any of these are fuel saving with these lap times.
No, definitely not. I mean, they're starting to come back down again, some of these lap times. Oh, no, it's just the one. Sorry. Here we go.
Tony's in.
Tony in.
And
2
Johnny.
in. Namela stays out.
Namela works against his own named effect.
Tony take that pit road. That big show off. I bet he's speeding too. I bet he sped. It looked like he was going too fast through the
He got done
cones.
once for speeding in pit lane,
He
didn't he?
gets quite a
Steve
bit.
LaValle is in. Chris Jackson is in. Rich Warmingham is in. Wayne
Yeah.
Sanderson is
Anderson,
in.
Jarek Sebula is not.
No, he stayed out.
Yeah, one thing to remember, guys. Marco in Road America, I think it was, in the endurance race, did not went to the pit early as it
That's
was
right.
Wayne Sanderson this time, and
Right.
he still managed to finish first because he short fueled
Short
the
stint
last
in the
one,
last one.
That's
and
right.
it was a very short stint with very fresh rubbers. So
I do
No, that's
remember.
true.
You're right, Sam.
maybe he's looking at this track.
Could be. Tony's on his way,
I knew we had Sam here for a reason.
and Johnny's on his way right behind him.
Yeah, not only for the cameras.
Steve LaValle's out as well.
Do you reckon Chris will sit and wait for his damage to be
I
repaired?
think he is, yes.
Right.
He's been in there 25 seconds longer than anybody else at the moment.
Yeah. Do you reckon those are required then?
Possibly.
Adam Wright's on his way back out.
Hang on, what's this? Oh, this is him pitting with others. Now he's out.
No, this is a
No, this is his
going
pit
in.
entry. Oh, is he speeding going over the line?
Yeah, could have been.
Well, he'll get binned for that, won't he?
Okay, Namela's in and Sebula's in.
That's why Chris is still in. He's probably doing a penalty.
Yeah,
Yep.
looks like 45 seconds penalty.
Wow,
Speeding
that
in
hurts.
pit lane, folks.
Right, where is Tony?
Tony is coming into the chase. Coming down toward Murray's.
Yeah. He's just coming round the last turn now and crossing under the bridge.
That's
Is
right.
it me or is Yarrick not taking tyres?
I didn't see his car pop up. Marco Namela has gone. So do you reckon he's going to add on one lap to each stint and then do that thing he did last time then?
Well,
Because he's now
possibly.
behind Johnny
Sam-
Brandon.
Sam's got a good point there, though. Boy, he really snookered everybody on that one
Yep.
at Road America. Was it Road America or Road Atlanta? Road America.
Road America, yeah. So he's not going to be that bothered that he's now behind Johnny Brandon, is he? Because if he can pull back up to the back of Johnny Brandon and then pit again and do the same sort of thing
That's right.
with an extra lap on the end of this, so 2 extra laps compared to the others, his final pit stop will be shorter.
Interesting.
Excuse me. Did I have a big hiccup?
Oh, Marco scraped the wall there going through whatever that is. Uliquip, whatever the hell they call that area.
What's
The
that,
place
top of the
below.
hill?
Where you go to the 2 right-handers close to the walls there. Just before Skyline.
McPhillamy Park.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
We call it Hell's Canyon.
I'm not convinced that that's a viable tactic, if I'm honest.
What we're currently surmising he's doing?
Yeah.
Go on then. Let's have your version.
So, he has to run the tank empty to do his extra lap.
Not necessarily empty, but get an extra lap out of each stint or something.
He's using more than Tony and Johnny, and therefore his pit stop was 2 3/4 seconds slower. So call it 3 seconds slower.
So you're saying he's going to lose it
3 times?
Yeah.
That's 9 seconds. So his final stop, where he's putting in less fuel, is going to have to be 9 seconds quicker than Tony and Johnny, just to make him equal. If that makes sense.
All very good points. So what you're saying is you're going to spend exactly the same amount of time in the pits regardless of what you do?
Yeah.
Well, if you make a last stop and take less gas and tires, well, maybe he won't take tires. He'll have to take tires.
You'll have to, yeah.
Good question. They're all kind of together again. They're spread out a little bit, but they're all in the same camera shot.
The difference will be is, like I say, his pit stop was 2 3/4 seconds slower. If he can make that up in the stint, then yes, it's the right way to go.
Yeah.
The way we're going now, that's pretty tough to do.
Yeah, and Tony Kluseman, fastest lap of the race last time round, 2:04.5. That'll be with a full tank.
I see him back in the Holden.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing the way they hit their marks almost every time. Unbelievable.
I think we'll find out how far they can actually go on a stint when Ant Woodward pits again. Because he had to pit early, didn't he, because of that damage?
That's right, yep.
Do we know what lap he pitted on?
Yeah, lap 7.
Oh, right. Yeah,
So,
that was early, wasn't it? Because he had damage in the...
yeah,
right.
he's going to wring the neck of it in this stint.
So he's got 3 or 4 more laps to go.
I doubt he can make up the remaining 5 laps in the next 3 pit stops, though. Ooh, Johnny Brandon sideways going up through the cutting.
Yeah. Like a little accentuated throttle coming out of there.
Yeah, but that just cooks your tyres really quickly,
baby.
doesn't it?
Almost hit that left-hand side wall, too.
Almost just means highly accurate.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Really. Very true.
The thing is, when you're driving, you don't actually know, do you, how close you are to it?
No. Last lap round, Marco Nemela almost beat Tony's time. What did you say the lap record was? 2:03
3.3, I think.
Oh, they're well off that.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to go, is it?
No.
Looks like Marco's closing up on Johnny a little bit. Slightly, not a whole bunch, a little bit.
Yeah, last lap round he was, well over half a second faster.
The track temperature's rising. 94 degrees Fahrenheit now.
So if there is a tactic involved here from Marco, is he now going to just sit on the back of Johnny Brandon to save fuel, do you think?
Possibly.
Chris Jackson on Adam Wright. Be a good overtake if he gets this done.
Well, he has done.
Yeah, Adam's let him go there, I think.
So it'd be interesting. There's half a second now between Johnny and Marco. Is Marco going to pressure him, or is he going to say, "Look, get your finger out and get after Tony"?
He's just lost control of the car and got very intimate with the wall.
Whoa, yeah.
Solomon Park.
A lot of damage there.
Yeah.
Scraped up his pretty paint.
And he's also tagged the other side, I think, unless that was just iRacing's netcode kicking
Oh,
in.
yeah. So the sparks.
Yeah, the front splitter's damaged.
He's going to have to pit that if he wants to stay competitive.
Wow. All of a sudden he's driving very rough right now.
Yeah. He won't know the extent of that damage, obviously.
Trying to get his composure back.
Yeah.
Well, he'll find out somewhere here.
Yeah, you usually find out when you turn round onto the chase.
Yeah, it's not a speed thing. He was still catching Johnny in the slipstream.
Right.
Leave me alone, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
God, that was a classic.
Was.
So this is Wayne and Yarrick. So it must be Yarrick going past Wayne.
Yeah. In the slipstream, down into the chase. Side by side, all the way to the turn.
And he's going to go around the outside.
He's done it.
Yeah, he's just got there in time.
Wow, they were close. Nice pass, though. Wow.
Very good. We've seen a lot of good overtaking in this race already.
Indeed,
Might not have been very numerous because of the number of cars on track, but what we have seen has been very good.
You know, it still amazes me with even 13, 14, whatever we've got. You see pockets of 2 or 3 cars racing each other. I think that's pretty interesting.
So Marco's definitely struggling.
He's struggling in the turns for sure.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Whenever I touch that curve, I end up on that bloody inside wall.
Yes.
Not these guys. Grip axiom. Or they have a, what should I say, a transparent bumper like Pete's talking about right on there.
Yeah, definitely.
So you don't go over there.
Now, can he pull the gap in going down Conrod Straight? Because if he can't, he's going to constantly lose time, isn't he?
He's getting the slipstream now.
And this is where you become tempted to brake a little later so you don't lose the toe of the car in front. And that leads to accidents and incidents and damage. He needs to be self-disciplined enough to just keep hitting the same marks he was doing, or safer marks than he was doing before.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just over the 206 mark.
Yeah.
I think he's going to carry on. I don't think he's going to pit. I think with these lap times, he can go to his next scheduled stop without losing too much. I think overall it's going to hurt him.
Yeah, well, if he carries on doing the 16 laps, and then he needs to pit on lap 32, which is 10 more laps, 11 including the one he's on over this. And then he's going to have to sit for the... because that will be required, won't it?
Yeah, I don't know. The car doesn't seem to be ill-handling.
No, but watching the impact, it was significant.
Yeah. It's not as good as brand new, obviously.
I wouldn't pay money for that. Oh, no! And that's what happens. Well, that's what happens to me, rather.
Whoa, baby. You missed the wall.
He did miss the wall, which is different to what happens with me.
Yeah.
Me too. Came over the dipper pretty roughly, too.
He's not dropped a great deal of time, though. He's getting on for 2 seconds now, but it could have been a lot worse.
If he can maintain that, he probably can soldier on for the rest of this stint.
Yeah, Tony Cleveland's got himself nearly 3 seconds worth of lead, which is admirable, given the quality of the people behind him.
Well,
Tony,
it's massive, isn't it, compared to what it has been?
Sorry, say that again?
I say it's a massive gap compared to what it has been.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Sorry, go on, Bill.
I think we've seen Tony in the last couple of races kind of getting his mojo back, too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, someone said it, I think it was Clyde earlier, that he's not been good on cold tyres recently, and that's absolutely true. It's been first lap stuff, hasn't it?
Yeah, true.
Quarry turn, that's a funny one.
Oh.
You can take it the same way 20 or 30 times, and then you do the same thing again, and you end up crashing into the wall on one side or the other. You've not done anything any different, or it doesn't feel like you have. You clearly have done. Although it's clearly the car, not me.
Definitely. Watching Tony go through that section reminds me one time he had me follow him up through that area to try to show me how to go through that area. And by the time he got there, he was so far ahead of me, I couldn't even see what the hell he did. You know, he just went roaring through there. I go, Tony, Christ. That's the perfect gentleman he's describing. Well, you know, you got to go through here, just as calm as can be. I'm hanging on for dear life, ready to crash. Shit.
Wasn't it Bathurst where he came up behind you and told you to drive faster? Or something like that. Oh dear.
Oh, he's done a lot of stuff like that.
I think Victor Tanaka did that to me somewhere. Can't remember where it was. Basically pushed me down the straight.
Well, you need all the help you can get to get up to
Well,
speed,
that's
though, don't
very
you?
true. Very true. One day I'm going to try second gear.
That's right. Oh, you mean there's more gears? Really? Yeah.
It's why I like driving dirt cars. You only get one. Do you remember that race we did on our factor ages ago, Clyde, where we were driving those massive trucks around Croft?
Yeah.
It was class. We should do that around here. Oh dear. Nope. And Woodward. So what? So this
he's
is.
pitted on 7. He's now pitted on 23. So yeah, 16 laps.
It's going to be a bit of a mounting to climb. Pardon the pun.
Yeah, he's not going to get that back. He's going to have a slash and dash, isn't he, at the end?
Yep.
Tony did kind of a controlled drift through Forest Elbow that time. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've just been watching or watching Steve LaValle's times, and whatever damage Marco Namela has got, Steve LaValle is not really gaining on him.
Right.
He's losing. Marco's losing time to Johnny, but.
Oh, good. Lucky boy. Marco Lower. Sorry. Totally interrupted you for all the right reasons.
He must have taken lessons from Marco Namela there. Holy mackerel.
He is losing time to Johnny. Between 0.9 and half a second-ish at the minute, I think. Maybe he can make that back later in the race, I'm not sure. He's very quick round here, but quick's only good if you don't crash, right?
Yeah, and he went one lap further than the front two. If he throws his original fuel strategy out of the window and goes back to a 15-15-15 stint, he can pit one lap earlier.
Yep. And
so in theory, he could pit on lap 29
yes,
and be no worse off.
That's what I was going to say. Can he drop it in one lap earlier than the rest will come in order to put less fuel in the car, because obviously he's going to be topping up less, but also get some of that damage repaired before.
Yeah.
Because I really think with the impact that he had, that's going to be required repairs. That's not going to be just optionals, I don't think. I'll tell you what, the weird one is GTE cars. When you bang them against the wall, they carry on like nothing's happened. They're like tanks. You actually see the concrete crack, but the car doesn't. And then you go into the pits, and you've got like a 41-second required repair, and you're like, what happened here? Bizarre.
So Johnny's took a little bit out of Tony, but not a lot.
Actually, this happened in the last stint, actually. The times came down the gap to Tony. He peaked at about 1.9 last time. He's currently at 3. But it did come down towards the end of the stint, so I don't know whether he gets through his tyres faster than Johnny and Marco. And as Bill said before, he was sideways coming out of Forest Elbow. That's only going to heat the tyres up more, isn't it?
Yeah, and we'll find out for definite this time, because Johnny's in clean air behind him. No challenge from behind. So, lame.
Oh dear. I was just checking whether Ben Cullen had come into the chat or not.
That.
Where is that? Oh, that's after the chase.
Yeah.
That's a weird place to be. Unless you got a big tank slapper after this left-hand turn. Sometimes it continues to drift around. Oh, he has as well. Well, that's not too bad a smack, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, he's pitted the car straight away, though. Hopefully not to retire it. Because he was doing all right. Well, he's done his fast repair on it. Of course, that's the other thing for Marco, isn't it? He'll be able to instantly repair all that damage, so the requireds won't matter for this one.
Yeah, provided he had it turned off on his first stop.
There is that. I've been caught out like that many times. You think I've not got any damage, and it repairs all the tiny little few seconds worth of optionals that you end up with, doesn't it?
Yep.
Tony Clouston about to put a lap on Lane O'Connor.
Well, that's not what Tony wanted to see, is it? Unless Lane gets out of the way.
Lane's usually quite good and will.
I think he is, yeah.
Yeah.
Tony
like
certainly.
All three go here.
Yeah, Tony wouldn't want to follow him up through the mountain.
No. There's quite a big gap now between Johnny and Marco, isn't there?
Yeah.
What's that? 4, nearly 5 seconds. I bet it's a handful, that car.
Yeah, 4.8 seconds, 4.9. I think Johnny will be cursing Lane.
How's that?
Well, if Lane had gunned it, Tony, there'd be no way for Tony to go past him up the mountain. He'd have had to wait till Conrad Straight, and Johnny could have closed right in.
Yeah, I also think that Johnny likes to race people without that sort of advantage, to be honest.
Well, it's all part of racing, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's not an unfair advantage. You know, we have teams. There's no harm in teams working together.
Yep.
You know, you certainly wouldn't want to see Lane blocking Tony.
No, but staying on the racing line, I get your point, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, on the chat, have we got right side damage on Tony?
Oh. This is left side, and it is damaged. That's left side damage and right side damage. There's scuffs on both sides of that car.
Is it, or is it dirt build up? I don't know.
It could be the rubber, actually. Because on the white cars, it's really evident, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's evident in the wrong places, usually.
Yeah.
You know, the front of the car looks immaculate.
Yeah, it's weird. It really is.
We would need a close-up.
Yeah, I don't know whether any cameras manage that, do they?
Yeah, possibly.
Is that the left rear suspension camera?
Yeah, it's just dirt.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no distortion in the panelling, I don't think. Yeah, that all looks pretty seamed to me.
Dirt build up, isn't it?
Yeah. Shows you how much travel there is in the rear suspension, though.
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sam, could we possibly have an onboard with Lame again?
Cold tyres? No, he's been round a lap. He's
gone.
reset it.
He's gone.
And he's gone. Rage quit.
Yeah, could we possibly have an onboard lap with Marco Namela just to see how bad his car is handling?
That's a good point. This is Chris Jackson trying to do Marco Lower. I'm sure he's already done this once.
Butterfly, maybe?
Yeah. We've got Hoffman in the pits as well, early.
That is early.
Yeah, Marco Namela's in the pits.
So this is lap 28. So that's 2 laps early. But maybe he has a plan. Here we go. Lots and lots of slipstream when you're that close behind a car, that's for sure. But it does mean you have to step out going at the same speed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You want to run up, really, I guess. Ooh.
See, I
Good overtake.
I think Marco defended on the wrong side.
I do as well. Yeah, should have stayed on the left-hand side. And
Yeah. So Marco Namela's out. I mean, can we have a look at his car and see whether he had his fast repair left? Doesn't.
No,
he didn't.
Unless iRacing's damage model hasn't caught up, which is sometimes the case.
Sometimes, but I only said that because he had a very short. It was like 4 seconds shorter than everybody else.
Right. Let's have a look.
So I'm guessing it's just optionals. and he's just winding them down with the pit stop.
Yeah, it must be.
So at least we get to see how ill handling his car is.
This will give anybody that's not seen an onboard around Bathurst a chance to see exactly how terrifying it is. So
Walls are big, aren't they?
yeah,
Jeez.
and they come at you quite quickly in this car.
The scariest view is the bumper cam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Generally second gear for that corner. Forget what that's called now.
Speed these guys go through Murray without getting in trouble. I don't know how the hell they do it.
Yeah. This is hell corner. Another second gear corner. You got a bit of wheel spin.
Another one that can bite you big time.
Yeah, I have less trouble there though than I do at
I
Murray's.
think that's Johnny Brandon ahead who's pitted.
Right.
Okay.
It is, yes. This is Quarry, third gear around here. Run it out to the rumble strip. Back on the gas.
So Johnny went in a lap early.
Different type of tactic or what?
Well, I don't know. See if Tony comes in this time.
Through Solomon Park. And then McPhillamy. Then off to Skyline.
Yeah, Tony's in. So looks like Johnny and Marco have tweaked their tactic. Tony's sticking to the 15 lap stints.
And that was a lap of Mount Panorama.
It's an exciting track. Really
It is.
Steve of the Valley, Rich Warmingham are in.
Hey, Tony, better get on your horse. They're coming, buddy.
Yeah, we took tyres.
Seems to be in quite a while.
He's been in a very long time, actually.
Okay, there he goes.
No, that's bang on the numbers.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was deceiving. It seemed like he was in quite a while that time.
2 seconds to, oh no, sorry, nearly 3 seconds back to Johnny, and from Johnny to Marco, 1.8 seconds.
Yeah, so they've all closed up a little bit, haven't they, on that round of pit stops?
I don't know what's going on with Johnny Brandon's pit stops, it has to be said. I'm not sure why he pitted 1 lap early.
Well, maybe it's the age-old do something different.
Yeah.
You know, if his tactic was 15 lap stints and he sussed out that that's what Tony's doing, he's never going to make any difference in the pit stop. So, yeah, maybe just, you know, try and undercut for a couple of pit stops.
So that puts Jarek Sabula in the lead of the race.
Yeah.
Temporarily, of course.
And
he
Wayne
pitted-
Sanderson in second.
He pitted on lap 16, so...
Right, so is he looking for a lap 32 stop, do you think?
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? He's, I think, on the original tactic that Marco was on. Wayne Sanderson's in.
I'll be back shortly. I need a drink. Won't be a sec.
So Yarrick should pit this lap if he's sticking to his 16 lap plan. Chris Jackson's in.
And Wayne Sanderson's exiting the pit. Yarrow is coming down through toward Forest Elbow here shortly.
Yeah, I expect him to pull into the pit lane this time round.
And our leader, Tony Klusterman, is going through the dipper.
Yeah.
Coming in. Yep.
When it's done right, that pit entry looks really easy.
Boy, I'll tell you,
I can assure everybody it isn't.
it's not easy at all.
So this will put Tony back in the lead.
I'm just a little bit short of halfway at this point. And Tony's been doing a great job so far. Johnny's just about 2 seconds behind him, roughly. So he's picked up a little time. I'm sorry. Nope, that's wrong. Yeah, about 2 seconds. That's right.
Marco Namela has quit.
Really?
He's crashed. I don't know if Sam can show us.
Oh, goodness. No, so his car probably wasn't in great shape. Oh, here we go. Looks like. It's Hell Corner. Oh no, it's Murray's. Boom. Oh boy. Okay, so it's not Marco Namela's day.
Nope. And that's what we were saying.
You never know.
No matter how good a driver you are, this track can bite you on the arse.
Sure can.
So can Johnny do anything about Tony?
We could have a Brandon Klosterman face-off here.
Again.
Yep.
Steve LaValle is currently comfortable in third.
He's what, about 16 seconds behind Johnny, roughly 15?
Yeah, and he's got 9 seconds
On Jaro.
Yeah, it's just, like I say, Yarrick is on that alternate strategy, so
Yep.
it'll be interesting to see if that pays off at the end and gets him a podium.
Yaro's had pretty decent pace all day, too. He's been doing a pretty good job. I see Wade Sanderson right behind him also, not too far behind. Followed by Rich Warmingham.
Okay, so I just heard that Marco Lamela is getting himself a drink, and then he's going to come in for an interview.
Oh, great. Okay.
Looks like I've missed some drama, have I?
Yeah, so Marco Lamela crashed and quit,
Okay.
which has obviously promoted everybody up a position. And if Sam could just keep an eye on Discord for a minute whilst I go and top my drink up. But Marco's just gone to get himself a drink, and then he's coming in for an interview.
All right. Okay. Cool.
So I shall be back very shortly.
The gap between Tony and Johnny Pete really hasn't changed too much. It varies between 1.9 and 2.5 seconds, so that's still about the same thing.
Yeah.
And Steve LaValle's now in third, kind of by himself, about 15 behind Johnny Brandon, and I don't know, 10 ahead of Jaro. So we're a little bit spread out at the moment. Clyde and I were just saying we might end up with a Klosterman-Brandon battle toward the end of the race here today.
It's very much looking that way, and those battles have always been a bit tasty before, haven't they?
And we've seen a few of those, haven't we? Yep.
Yeah, there's a bit of a multi-21 going on there, I think, with Chris Jackson and Ant Woodward.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Ant usually doesn't take the marble route around the corner.
No, no.
I was talking to Chris on the private chat the other night, and he was telling me that he was surprised how much edge you lose by staying away for a while. He said, so it's really difficult to, get back into what you're used to.
He does a lot of laps for the team in terms of setup, though, doesn't he?
He does. Yes, he does. He's really good at tire management and tire pressures and brake bias and all that kind of stuff. He really knows a lot about that stuff. So that's kind of, I think, his job within Simability.
Yeah, we'll have to have a word with these Simability boys because they've still got Apex on the back of them.
Yeah, never quit racing. Sorry. Simability is their sponsor. They have Apex on the back? Where?
Yeah.
It's not Apex Racing TV. It's
Isn't it?
another Apex.
Oh, Apex Sim Racing, okay.
Yeah.
Need a bit of BSTV on there, boys.
CP on the bottom. Competition proven. Nah, that's not what it stands for, but that's okay.
Whoa, that was sideways from Ant. It's not going to do your tyre heat rather any good. Oh, and again.
Wow.
Got the big waggle on there.
We should get him in a sprint car.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, baby. He's really throwing that thing around.
I'm not doing 305s this season or 360s. I'm going to leave it for a season and then go back to it, I think.
Yeah.
I did really well last season, though.
Yeah, you did. I can never qualify quite fast enough, and when you get in the back of there, you're done. I'll tell you.
Yeah, definitely. Good evening, Marco.
Good evening.
Sneaked into the interview room there, as if I wasn't going to pay enough attention. So, tell us what happened at the end there.
Yeah, the damage was so bad that the car didn't turn left at all. Like, I had to throw the car and smash the throttle and slide the rear if I wanted to turn left, and I actually ran out of strength on my hands to drive the car.
Ah, right.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And did your fast repair get used up on your first pit stop then?
Yeah, I never unticked that.
We were talking about that, and I've been stung like that a few times.
You're not the only one that's done that.
Yeah, I've been stung with a paint scratch on the bonnet that's been fixed by my fast repair.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of repairing the entire rear end of my car that I've smashed off on a wall somewhere. So yeah, shame, because you were highly competitive in that first stint, weren't you? What was your fuel pit strategy going to be?
I was really confident on like even winning the race. I wasn't even that concerned with the damage, but I just didn't have the strength to drive the whole race.
No.
That last corner bite me, and yeah, that was it.
Yeah, just so that the people at home that aren't sim racers understand that these cars have got force feedback wheels, which means that they transfer all that effort through a motor in the wheel housing that you attach to your desk or your rig or whatever you've got. And fighting against that can be, well, it's like doing weights, really, isn't it? It's very, very strong if you've got a particularly expensive wheel.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you do, because you wouldn't invest in anything less, would you, Marco?
Yeah, I have a direct drive wheel, and I'm running it max force, so it's heavy even with the clean car. So
Andrew Hoffman's off the left side going up.
Yeah, I think we've got massive technical issues for Andrew Hoffman.
Could be.
He's had this before. I don't know what he's attempting at the moment, but it looks like he's struggling with his gear.
Looks like he wants to wall jump there or something. I'm not quite sure what he's doing.
No, I don't know. He's been sat there for a while. So at the end of your second stint, you pitted the car obviously earlier, probably to get as much damage repaired as you could, or at least get the fuel in. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, that pit stop was just to actually check the damage, how big it is, and 1 minute 50 was the optionals, and I like the tactic I had it was just I was saving fuel and saving tires. I was always so fast on the end of the stints, and I had a really good feeling about the race. Overall, I was doing one lap more. My plan was to do like one lap more every time, except the last pit stop to cut it short.
As a matter of fact, Marco, Sam mentioned that the Road Atlanta race that you won, you did the same thing. You tricked everybody. You pitted really late, and then all of a sudden the last one, you like did a real quick splash and go, and you ended up winning the race. We kind of figured maybe you were doing the same thing here.
Yeah, actually, I felt like I didn't have the 1 lap pace, so I set the car up so I can drive really consistent laps on worn tires, and that was feeling so good. I was so happy just driving around behind Tony and catching him up, and then start fuel saving more, and it was a blast to drive, but shame it ended short.
Well, this track can bite you, as we all know.
When it bites you, it rips off your arms and you just leave you with some little scars. You usually don't get away with it here. No, not at all. Well, that's a massive shame, Marco. I mean, you're welcome to stay in the booth with us if you want to, because you're part of the crew now. So, but if you need to get off and probably shower after even 35 laps of Bathurst, then understandable. Is Clyde bothers his ass to get back yet or not?
I'm back, yes. I was just letting you carry on as you was on a roll.
All right, okay. Got any questions for Marco? You want to torment him, take the piss out of him, crush him?
What was the issue, Marco? Was it technical?
No, the damage was so great. I actually lost I didn't have hands anymore to drive the car. It was so heavy to turn left.
Right, I'm with you. And one for you, Pete, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
If the track ripped your arms and your legs off and then somebody threw you in the sea, would you be called Bob?
Yes.
Excellent.
And if a spade fell on your head at the same time, you'd be called Doug.
You guys are ridiculous.
Children is what you're looking for, Bill.
Oh, yeah, children. That's right. Children.
Right, so where are we then? So let's have a look. We
Not much of a
are
change.
on lap 39, so we are over halfway. I don't know. Tony seems to be gapping Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, Marco, are you still with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what is your opinion on our race leaders at the minute, Tony and Johnny?
I think Tony is eating the tires really fast, and what I noticed on Johnny, he was driving pretty consistent, but he started to maybe push too much and lock up tires. So I don't know. I think Tony uses more tires, and I think Johnny uses more fuel, so it will be an even fight.
Yeah, Tony seems to be doing the 15 lap stint program.
But Johnny didn't the last time, and I don't understand that. He was in a lap early.
I think it's purely because you can do 16 laps. So, like I say, if Johnny carried on doing exactly the same as Tony, he's not going to get anywhere. So, try something different.
Marco, is that what you were shooting for? 16 laps, or what were you looking for?
Yeah, 16, 16, 16.
Okay.
11 and 16.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Johnny covered me off on the pit stop. That's why he stopped earlier, because I was close enough if I had the fast repair to catch him.
Yeah.
So he just covered me off. But yeah, I think that hurt him a little bit on the for the race with Tony.
What happened to your fast repair, Marco?
I used it on paint scratch on.
Right. Forgot to turn it off then.
Yeah, we covered that off. He's done his best impression of me. I get caught out like that all the time.
It's an easy thing to forget.
Yeah, Tony's times and Johnny's times are very, very similar, aren't they? I mean, there's 4/10 in it last time, Tony being faster than Johnny.
Tony looked like he was looking at a good-looking woman. He was way over on the left side when he shouldn't have been. I'm just then coming up the straightaway. Shit.
Dude, that's funny.
Either that, it's maybe Nana nap time or something. I don't know.
I think at this stage in the race, Johnny hasn't got anything for Tony. But just picking up on what Marco just said, and Johnny said it to us in the past as well, he seems to use more fuel than everybody else. So, maybe he's not going as fast as he can do, and he's trying to save a little bit of fuel.
Very possible, isn't it?
Well, Johnny appears to drive very smoothly. I'm surprised he uses that much fuel, to be honest. I mean, he doesn't seem like a point-and-shoot kind of driver. He doesn't look like one anyway.
Yeah, I think his fuel consumption comes from stabilizing the car with the throttle more than others.
Okay.
And using the throttle to turn the car as well.
He's throttle steering, gotcha.
Yeah. And probably a bit of trail braking as well, because that uses quite a lot of fuel. I do that, and I end up with more fuel consumption than Gary Craig, for instance, who doesn't.
Well, trail braking, especially if you still have your foot on the gas, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But then Pete does 5 laps less than everybody else, so it doesn't really matter.
It's true. I don't need those last 5 laps. I know I'm brilliant.
I think Johnny might have an answer to Tony, but it depends on the end of this stint. I think this end of this stint is the crucial part.
Yeah, we're not far from it. Only another 4 laps for Tony. Unknown laps for Johnny.
Well, Johnny's just had a bad lap.
Yeah.
And he's got Aunt Woodward in front of him ready to go over the mountain, too. That's not going to help either. I don't know if he's going to catch up with him, though. I'm not sure.
Andrew Hoffman left the session after that.
Yeah, frozen screen.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
I
we
knew
knew
it was
something happened.
technical. Yeah.
I think he's on a laptop and a gamepad.
In his truck somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, right. I didn't realise.
He's still traveling, yeah.
Oh, God.
A long trip he made, let me tell you. Whew.
He made it to Siberia yet?
I'll have to swim first to do that.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say, and no, I'm not going to say it because it'll happen. Oh, shut up, Clyde.
Yeah, okay. Don't curse anybody just yet.
I'll type it to you so I haven't said it.
That's the same thing.
No, it's not. It's different. Nobody knows I've said it then.
Well,
Apart from you.
Yeah, if I read it out loud like I usually do when I'm reading things off the screen. Where is Vit Solomon these days, Clyde? He used to drive on a laptop.
No
didn't he?
idea, if I'm honest.
Right, he used to drive with a laptop and 2 planks of wood.
Yeah.
Go and stop. And that was about it. But he was damn fast with it.
Right there, I've typed it.
I've read it. I'm not saying it.
That's a dangerous thing to type.
Funny, isn't it? The
Another
dirt
half
gathering.
a second that lap.
Oh yeah. Actually, that was a very fast lap from Tony, given the lap times that I can see on the screen at the moment. I was looking down actually and going, oh, that's a fast lap time, 2:05.97. Red to the left, Marco Nemela.
Yeah, I think also I think Johnny has not done as much practice. He might even like learn during the race. So
Could be, yeah.
Yeah,
Johnny always says he's not a lover of this track, doesn't he?
well,
No, he
says
doesn't
he's
like it,
bored
he
of
says.
it because he's done too many laps of it, if you know what I mean. Which I can appreciate because there's certain other tracks on the network that you start off in rookie and you do a million laps of it. So Okayama, for instance, is one that every single rookie series goes to, and you do far more laps around there than you really want to. So I get what he's saying with it. However, he's also one of those people who just turns up at a track and puts in the fastest lap sometimes.
True.
It'd be interesting to chuck an oval race at these guys, wouldn't it? It would though, wouldn't it? It'd be bonkers.
I did actually see when. Let's see if it's still on. I'm sure I spotted a V8 oval race.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be utterly lethal, right?
I know Apex were talking about doing one a long time ago, but don't know if it ever happened.
The thing about racing these on a oval, they should not make it like Daytona or Talladega. It's got to be a shorter track than that.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Yarrick has now caught Steve LaValle. This is the first time he's managed to get back on terms with him. He lost control of the car early on in the race and ended up right towards the back, to be honest. He's clawed his way back forward again.
I'll tell you, Yarrick's been picking him up and putting him down. He's been doing pretty well.
He has. We know he's very capable, the Onion Man, don't we? So.
Yep.
Let's see what he can make with Steve LaValle. I think he's pretty much got to wait till Conrad now. There's no overtaking through here, really. What would you make of an oval race in these things, Marco? Is oval racing at all appealing to you, or is it road racing for you?
Nah, I've been only doing like drunk oval racing, and
drunk oval racing.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. This I have to try.
That's like Pete's road racing.
You are?
That's like your road racing.
It is, yeah. But I've never done it on ovals. Drunk oval racing, that's tremendous. When are we doing that then, Clyde?
It's
He's
still weird. I
crawling all over.
got still A license on oval, and I have only done drunk racing.
Brilliant. Oh dear. He is crawling all over the back
Wow,
of the
look at
Valley
that.
now.
He should be able to
Slipstream
get him.
City, here we come.
Should
He's
be
gone
able
to
to
the
get him.
other side again.
Steve's give it
Done
to
that
him.
perfectly, yeah, he's handed it over. So Jarek now has only 19 seconds to Johnny Brandon.
Yeah, and he's on that alternative strategy that Marco
Yes, he is.
on.
That shouldn't be interesting.
Well, it could play out for him, couldn't it?
I think it's about 10 seconds you gain on Tony if you look at Tony.
In that
So-
case, he needs to put his foot fully down, doesn't he?
Yeah, consistent lapping, and yeah, I mean, you might even come close to Johnny. So
Well, last time round, even with an overtake, he was. Well, I suppose the overtake's a benefit, isn't it? Because he was in the slipstream. So it was almost identical his lap time to Johnny Brandon. And the thing with Jarek is he's fast across the mountain. He's really good through this twisty bit. I mean, look at the gap he's putting on Steve Valley already.
You have to be a sheep herder to go fast through this section, I'll tell you.
I'm getting nightmares, all the left-handers.
Well,
We saw you.
Jarek, we know from a few seasons ago, don't we?
Yeah.
We know he was quick in this car.
Oh, yeah, he's very fast.
He sent me a message last week, I think it was. Can he drive in this one? Because he loves the combination. He doesn't think he'll do many races because he's concentrating on the Porsche Cup. But hope to see him back one day because he does certainly give it to these fast boys.
He really does. He's massively capable, isn't he? And his eye rating isn't shabby either.
Well, he's a surprise to our usual fast candidates.
Yeah, and he's also obviously another one that thinks about what he can do differently with tactics,
That's
like
right.
Marco does.
That's right.
Canadian Crispy Bacon has written the word cause. Not sure whether that's a recommendation for what you should drink in an oval or not, but he needs to get a bit more inventive with his beers. We've got quite a few breweries over here, haven't we, Clyde? So we've got
a couple.
a couple. There's about 400 across the country.
I still think a few pitchers of margaritas would help you out.
Good evening to Ivan Bowmans.
Yeah, there you go. He's come up with a suggestion for you, Pete.
I saw that, yeah. Oval racing, each lap, one shot.
We do drunk racing at Christmas
Yeah.
when we do the Race of Champions.
It's a prerequisite for the race.
Johnny had a really bad lap, 2 seconds lost to
Oh,
Zepula.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the event tracker, so he's not hit anything.
I think it was. He said something to Ant Woodward. I don't know whether it was, thanks for letting me pass or thanks
Get
for
out of the
getting
way.
in the way. It could have been either way, but that may have had something to do with it.
And it might have been Ant giggling in his helmet there, Yeah, but I heard something, I just couldn't make out the words.
Yeah.
At the time. It's a bit like Charlie Brown's teacher, isn't it, when you're in a broadcast channel? Yeah.
Okay, Tony's in.
That's really good. What are you doing?
Right on the money. Johnny
And so did
Brandon's
Johnny.
in as well.
Yeah, covering that off. get the speed off before you get
Well,
to the
Johnny had to pit, didn't he? That was his 16th lap.
Oh, was it? Oh, right.
That's
He
right.
pitted a lap
Won
early
wasn't he?
last time,
Yeah.
didn't he?
So this is it, huh, Marco? This is going to make the difference.
Yeah, I think that I'm really interested to see what Jaroslava is able to do with the tactic.
Yeah.
He's going round again. He's going to get annoyed by the. Is that Marco Lower in front of him? That's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Yarrick should come in on lap 48.
Yes. No, he's
Yeah,
let him go.
Let him
so-
go. Yeah, just going back to drunk racing. Couple of
Tony's
seasons
out.
ago, Racer Champions, I was that drunk I cocked all the scores up, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember that. That was class.
And gave the championship to, I think it was Chris Jackson, and he didn't win.
He wasn't even there.
I was very drunk that race and crashed. That's not the reason that I crashed. It's just another race for me.
So liquor doesn't help that situation either, huh, Pete?
Actually, it has made me better at oval racing, funnily enough. I didn't know there was drunk oval racing officially, so that's good.
It certainly helped me doing the rallycross in the V8.
Were you drunk?
I was very drunk.
Right, okay. That was funny.
Well, a good short track race in not NASCAR, like maybe Xfinity cars is a good wake up call for the Puritans that don't like to have contact.
Yeah.
Although I think the best contact sport is the BTCC. I love it. Guys are great.
Totally.
I know Clyde could tell you. Even you have people shouting, "Oh, that BTCC, too much contact." Shut up.
Yeah. It's the reason they make the cars the way they do, so that they can take the
Yeah, and that's why it's the most popular thing there too.
Oh, Yarrick.
Not going to do you any favours.
No.
That's why they call it Hell Corner.
Yeah, and
Whoa, baby.
one of the things that I find most difficult with this car is rejoining the track, because you want to get on the gas as fast as you can, obviously, but you 2 tyres on the tarmac, 2 tyres on the grass doesn't work.
Yeah, you got to nurse it.
Yeah.
Somehow it just doesn't seem right.
No, it doesn't. It's weird.
I still say they made turf in the game a lot slipperier than it really is. Of course, the one advantage we do have, though, in the sand traps and the gravel traps, you can get out of. In a real one, you can't usually.
No, it mires you, doesn't it?
Yep. I love it, Brands Hatch, when they come out of Paddock Bend Curve and they go into that big sand trap, and the smart guys just nail the gas so they can get to the other end of it before they get stuck.
Yeah, throwing grit and gravel all over the track.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Marco, have you done any of the officials of Bathurst, or is that not what you're interested in?
No, I've been really lazy. I've been actually driving the F1 car, and then I've been drinking a lot recently.
Fair enough.
Okay. True confessions of Marco Nermella.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's not water.
Oh, let's go.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been. This was basically a arrive and drive. So
Right.
Right,
Oh,
Yarrick's in a lap early.
Oh,
Is he? Yeah.
Wayne Sanderson's
lap
also in, is he?
48 should be okay.
Wayne Sanderson's then also.
Oh no, yeah, that's lap early. Yeah.
Tony Klusterman regains the lead of the race. Let's
Well,
see what his lead is.
Wondering, Marco, if that little off track there just killed his tyres off. So he's decided to, rather than lose more time on that final lap, just to pit a lap early.
Yeah, or the tires were already bad and he
Yeah.
made a mistake and decided.
Yeah, he did 2 overtakes on that stint, so it's always going to be brutal on your tyres overtaking cars around here, even if you're doing it on one of the big straights, isn't it? So
Looks like
it's
he's on his
probably
way
that.
back out now.
Yeah, he's behind Steve LaValle.
Yeah,
by
he's still going to save 3 laps of fuel on his final stop, though.
Yes.
Yeah, it will be 12 lap stint.
Yeah.
Is he supposed to be behind Steve LaValle?
I think that's where he was, I think.
With the off track and also the pit time seemed like Steve has had a fresher tires earlier, a couple laps. So
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, Steve's a 15 lap stint.
So, a bit of XVR going on here. With Wayne Sanderson leading Rich Warmingham. Didn't we have this earlier in the race with these two? Ooh, that was a hip check. I think that's why Johnny Brennan's had the cars done in silver. You can't see the scratches when they hit the wall.
Which is daft, because you should be able to see it more.
Yeah, for sure.
Cars are white underneath, aren't they? So, under the super primer or whatever they call it these days.
That's what they used to call it in the days when you used to order a body and a chassis from a manufacturer for racing purposes. They call it a body in white.
A body in white, yeah.
That's
I've heard
right.
of that term before, actually. Yeah.
Yep.
That's just the primer paint, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ivan Bowman says, geez, what if Marco didn't drink during races? It'd be the Bathurst under 2 minutes laps.
Ford make
Wouldn't be nearly as fun though, Ivan, so, you know.
Ford make a lot of mistakes with white primer.
What did you say? Ford make a lot of mistakes with?
White primer.
How's that?
Well, Ford have got a blue colour called Performance Blue.
Right, is this what they put on the RS?
Yeah.
Right, okay,
And for some reason they put a white primer on it. So once you start getting stone chips on the front, you can see the white primer through it. So
Shows up even more.
Yeah, the Ford guys renamed the paint colour to Perforation Blue.
That's class. I didn't know whether you'd had an ST or an RS, sorry, before.
No, I've had. What have I had? I had an Escort RS.
Oh, right. Which mark was that? Because some of those are highly collectible now.
Mark IV.
Ah, right. Mark 2s and 3s are worth a fortune because all the boy racers crushed them.
I had a Cosworth RS. Both of them was in white. And then I had a Mondeo ST, but I got that in black because I didn't like the Perforation Blue.
Yeah, one of my friends and she used to work for me.
He's going.
He is. He's doing this. Ooh, that's gonna be. Ooh, careful, boys. Remember, still got a lot of laps to do yet. Oh, that's a good overtake, isn't it?
Yeah, back up for third.
Yeah, I had everything clenched then. Yeah, one of my
That was a gutsy move, brother.
It was, yeah. One of my friends who also used to work for me, she had an ST24, and the engine kind of ate itself.
Yeah.
It absolutely annihilated itself. There was bits coming through the bodywork and everything.
I think I had that color blue on my Ford Lightning I used to have.
What's a Ford Lightning? I've never heard of that before.
It's actually it's an F-150 pickup with a narrow body, big tires. It's got the twin cam 5-liter, 5 point, I don't know what it is, twin cam Ford engine in it. Big tranny, big rear end, fast. Freaking
So
truck.
Clyde, is Bill the coolest person we know? I think he is.
Not really.
He's got the biggest truck that I know.
Oh, you mean my land whale? Yeah.
Yeah.
Land whale. What's that? Oh dear. Marco, what do you drive?
My simulator.
That's brilliant. Oh dear. Yeah, Mustangs.
You know, my wife and I had a car not too long ago that we sold recently. It was a Chrysler 300 SRT8, which had a 6.4 liter Hemi engine in it. Boy, let me tell you, that thing freaking screamed. It looked like a runaway Buick. Not a very particular looking car. Man, that mother was fast. Oh my god! When I told my wife, I said it's got 485 horsepower. Where is it? Let's go buy it. She says, "Oh God, take it easy, woman."
That's genius.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of crazy cars. I'll tell you.
But you don't do that. You don't do that at those kind of speeds for very long in it, do you? Because you've got to then refill the tank.
No.
Whoa.
Oh, that was close.
Aunt Woodward, what are you doing? Oh God, Aunt. Where's Stacey on the chat when you need her? Oh dear.
Wow. He is really throwing that thing around.
Wringing its neck in all the wrong
Sure
ways.
is.
That's Stacey blowing in his ear again, is it?
Yeah, tickling his feet.
Yeah.
Slow down, Aunt.
Thought he took his left leg off then.
I thought he was one-legged. I looked at the screen, there was only one shoe showing. I was like, what?
Then he turned the lights out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I think the dirt model on it is quite good for these ones. I was realising why Tony didn't have much dirt on the front of his car, and it's because he's leading the race.
Yeah.
So there's nobody flicking bits of rubber at him. So
Anything he should be getting is bugs and stuff on there.
yeah, which you can get repaired with a free repair, can't you, Marco?
Yeah, I was filling a drink.
Orange juice, of course. Yeah,
We need to start a website, don't we? The Drunk iRacer.
yeah, and the drunk broadcasters. Yay!
Driving Inebriated by Marco Numella.
If Red Bull gives you wings, then alcohol gives you brilliant racing times.
Afterburners.
Yeah, afterburners. That's a good one.
Turbo thrust.
But yeah, when you're doing drunk oval racing, you're not getting angry at anything.
No, everything's
cares?
everything's hilarious. Yeah, it's good. I find that when I'm sober as well with oval racing, because you've got the entertainment of all the 5-year-olds that are racing with you.
Oh, they act like they got to go fix a $150,000 car.
No, it's class, isn't it?
Ah,
It's dead funny.
jeez.
Drunk watching iRacing is good.
Yeah.
That can work too.
You have to get drunk in week
Yeah.
13.
All right.
You-
Yeah.
You have to watch Street Stocks at Charlotte Legends Oval.
Oh yeah.
That's a date.
Funniest race you will ever see in your life.
Me and Richard watch you guys broadcast while drunk, so
Really?
yeah.
Clyde, I was in one of those you were talking about once, and some guy I didn't realize took off, went around the oval, the big oval.
Yeah.
Then he came screaming down, and I'm coming on to the corner. He goes by at about 160 miles an hour, scared the snot out of me. Holy crap. That was so funny. Oh, God. People think I'm daft. I really like the street stock. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get back into that, I think. At the minute, I'm just doing road racing, particularly for this season. And really, it's because I'm just trying to take as much money back out of iRacing as I can.
There you go. Whoa, Tony, hold on. Whoa,
what? Eh? What's
Tony really
doing?
got sideways coming off Hell Corner. Almost went off the other side of the road.
All right.
Wow.
You're really catching Johnny.
Johnny's really falling back. Wow.
He's doing slow laps.
He's way back there.
He's the slowest of the top 7.
He's turning times like you and me, Pete, right now.
Well, I can do a 2:07.
Well, that's what he was doing. That's what he just did, didn't he?
In F1 car.
Sorry?
In F1 car.
You can go off people, Marco.
Whilst drunk.
Whilst drunk, yeah. No, I did a 2:07 point something, probably a little bit slower than what Johnny's just done. I'd certainly be a little faster than the guys at the bottom of the pile. But yeah, that's out of character, isn't it? I'm not sure what's going on there. He's not got any damage that I can see.
I wonder if he's just losing interest or getting bored or something. I don't know. Really
well, that's my worst sin. By this point, I'd have been trying to figure out what colour I was decorating the lounge with.
Maybe he needs to meet his physiological needs or something, getting nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be also like he doesn't see Yaroslav as a threat, so he's just driving safely.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Yaroslav is still quite a ways back, though. But that time could disappear in a hurry if he doesn't step on the gas pedal.
Well, Yarek's not holding back. He's
doing
almost matching Tony, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not far off it. Definitely, he's 1/10.
Anytime we've had the camera on him, he certainly hasn't been slacking, that's for sure.
No, he'd have been probably a lot higher up and closer if he hadn't had that early race incident with himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe Johnny's gambling with what you typed before that you wouldn't say, Clyde.
Yeah, possibly. So it'd be interesting to see if Yarek keeps, the last lap, for instance, Johnny was back on it. Yarek 4/10 quicker.
Yep.
If Marco's right and this pit strategy gives you 10 seconds, he's still got to make up about 7 seconds to get within that window.
Yeah, and the last time when Marco said that, the actual point he said it, the gap was 19 point something seconds.
Yeah.
So he's taken 3 out.
Yeah. And I think, with what we got the last round of pit stops coming up. Johnny may be looking at his relative going, Sabula's miles behind. I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to drive safe. But after this last stop, he's going to be a hell of a lot closer. And that might be a wake-up call for Johnny.
Yep, that's very true.
Yeah, and also if you calm down your pace and all that, and it's hard to spark that pushing mentality again.
Yeah, it is, and also, I'm slow anyway. But I know people that struggle when they're trying to do a fuel saving race because you're braking points and your turning points and things like that change when you're trying to drive slower.
It's out of the norm. It's out of the norm for you. That's why.
It is, yeah. And when I was, I've not had the best of luck in inverted commas when driving GTE at the minute. And the other week I was trying to drive safely in inverted commas and ended up crashing more because of exactly what you just said. All the points of reference are all wrong. You're traveling at the wrong speeds going into corners, and sometimes slow through a corner is less safe. Wasn't it you that was saying the other day that someone told you to drive one of the super fast cars faster in order to get more downforce?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
No, we got 20 laps to go.
Oh, it was LMP1s, wasn't it?
No, it was
P2s? Just work through.
one of the old versions of the IndyCar.
Ah, right, okay. One of the Delaras or something.
Yeah.
I think Johnny is struggling with the front tires. He's been locking up every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jarek is constantly taking nearly half a second out of him a lap.
Yeah, we're now down to 15.5.
Yeah.
Which is a whole second, isn't it? From the last time we spoke, must have done over a lap. I mean, yeah, if he manages to eke out 10 seconds in a pit stop, that'll be massive.
Yeah, I think that pit stop and like if you count all the laps remaining, like he needs to catch 2.5 tenths lap, and then the pit stop strat should
make up the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's only going to take 3 seconds less 3 laps less fuel than Johnny. Don't know what that really equates to.
Well, if you have to
That's
take
6
tires, that could be
seconds.
I'm sorry, Marco. Go ahead.
That's 6 seconds around.
Right.
Be a moot point depending on how long it takes to put tires on, doesn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah. I think the fuel takes longer than the tyres, though.
Depending how much you take, correct.
Of course, yeah. Good point.
Yeah, I think Johnny has lost his touch, and actually, yeah, I think the pit stop strat is actually like more like the 6-7 seconds now, because the 1 lap earlier pit stop from Yaroslav. So, but the pace actually looks like now that with this pace, I think he's gonna catch Johnny.
Yeah, that was over half a second, wasn't it, that lap?
Yep. Another big chunk. But Tony Klusterman is apparently still in the race. 14 and a half seconds further down the road.
Yeah, this is all going to be what pans out between Johnny and Jarek, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. The other deal's done unless Tony makes some sort of mistake. And Woodward's doing his penultimate pit stop, isn't he? He's going to have to stop again for a splash and dash.
Yeah, it appears that way. He's in there now, right?
Yeah.
Or he's switching to MX-5 during the pit stop and driving till the end.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's only going to get to about lap 71 at the most.
Yes. Tony hit the wrong button there. Oh no, he was saying thanks to Marco Lower for getting out of the way.
Marco Lower, yeah.
Yeah.
next target is teammate Chris Jackson.
25 seconds to Chris Jackson, though. So I think pit stops will be in view for that one. Jarek has dropped the time now to 14.3 seconds, 14.2 seconds, 14.1 seconds, 14 seconds. It's coming down horrifically. I know iRacing's timing can be a bit dodgy at times, but that's coming down in line with what we've seen previous.
Yeah, Yaroslav has taken time out of Tony's lead too.
It's not by much. Oh no, it is by much. It's 0.4 of a second, but he took nearly a second out of Johnny Brandon last lap.
Yeah, Yarrick, he's got no chance of getting Tony.
No. Not unless Tony does something silly.
Oh, you said it.
It's only one mistake and it's done.
I only said if he does. Oh dear.
Tony, it's Pete's fault.
Yeah. So 13.7 seconds now to Johnny Brandon. I think Yarek's doing what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Wow. Eric had a little fishtail coming out of hell corner that time.
Yeah, definitely.
Thought that sucker was going around.
He's a handy driver, this guy, isn't he?
He really is.
6 laps, I think, before he's got a pit, so... Be interesting to see if Johnny Brandon can pick the pace up once he gets some new boots on the car.
Yeah, he might see Jarek showing in his mirrors at some point after the pit stops and then decide he needs to start racing again.
Yeah, I think he can pit end of laps 59.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I think, like Marco said earlier, if Johnny has been taking it easy, and after this round of pit stops, or at least when Jarek comes in, if he's then in Johnny's mirror, that's when Johnny can make a mistake, when he tries to up the pace again.
Yes, very true.
Yeah, Johnny's base is like, is there like some hidden damage or something? Because it's worst of the whole field.
Whose is?
Johnny's base is the worst of the whole field running.
Well, he's faster than everybody on the lead lap, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
We did see him slap the wall, didn't we, with the rear end of the car?
We did. He didn't tag it too hard, though, did he?
No.
It was just a love tap, as it were. He was trying to wipe the paint off my car off the wall, which was probably still there.
Another second that lap for Jarek.
I think Dave on the chat has gone to a bad place. He's now talking about spider sacks again.
I think when we had our spider sex conversation, Dave probably got a little bit turned on.
It's almost guaranteed now. Looking at those, yeah.
And to Dave as well, now that Easier is finished, we expect to see you in some of our leagues.
Yeah, come and join us in the V8. Let's see what you're really made of, yeah?
So this should be Tony's final lap before his final pit stop.
This is Tony running one. Oh no, yeah, this is right. So this lap he'll be in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I expect Johnny may come in as well.
And then we have to see what Yarrick does.
Yeah, Yaroslav didn't pit. I think he lost the edge of like having the 2 seconds on, or 1.5 seconds on the undercut. So he's not pitting that fast.
Okay. So his time was almost identical to Tony's last time round. Johnny was for 0.4-ish slower than both of them. Does beg the question, what Clyde, was it Clyde or what Marco was saying? Does he have damage of some sort? Is he being impeded by something? Doesn't look
I'm
like it to
guessing
me.
he's going to say he was bored.
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to be bored doing 207.32 as well.
Yeah, if he's bored, I could like suggest to take a right-hand side rear or front lead and then start flicking the car into the corners.
Yeah, that'll make it exciting enough for you, won't it?
Even the smallest kink to the right, those like always the rear stepped out.
Right. Oh dear, funny.
Evening to Mike Frost on the chat.
Mikey, great drive yesterday, mate.
It was. That's the best I've seen Mike Frost drive.
Johnny's in.
If not ever, then at least this decade.
Tony's gone round again.
That's not in this. That's not in the plan, is it?
That's just to throw us, that's all it is.
What do you think?
Yeah.
It's naughty, isn't it?
No, I think the gap is so large that he can take it safe. So, yeah.
Well, Yarrick just went and did a 206.44, which is faster than anybody else on the track right now. I think we're going to see a Yarrick Johnny battle. Battle of the JJs.
I think he's gonna be 5 or 6 seconds behind Johnny.
Do you think?
But I think that may give Johnny a wake-up call, and we'll just have to wait and see if Johnny can up his pace. Because if he can't,
Johnny's on his way now.
Yarrick has got every chance of catching him.
He came out of the pits very spirited. Let's see what he does. Of course, he's on cold tires this lap.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Johnny, I think he's behind Ant Woodward.
Yeah, he is. He went through this before.
Yeah, and he was vocal on the in-game chat.
Well, does not have to move over.
No, he doesn't.
Sorry,
go on, Mark.
Yeah, I want to correct one thing. Like, I think the cold tire thing, that's not like it's the grippiest tires you can have when you come out of the pits, but it's the mindset of you having the grippy tires. You will overdrive the car, and that's why you do the mistakes on outlaps.
I believe that.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
because
so
you
Tony's
have,
in.
Oh, right, okay. See, that's like fuzzy logic to me, because, well, maybe it's the absolute correct thing to be saying. You're saying you put too much faith in the fact that you've got more grip.
you have new tires on there. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I suppose for the very capable guys like Tony, that is absolutely true. For me, it's the mental thought that I'm on cold tyres, therefore I can't push, and then I make mistakes anyway as a result of that. So
Yeah, and also like the front of the car has so much grip, it will overpower the rear. So you just need to have a, you need to drive it like it, your rear is, it can't follow every move your front does because
Yeah.
it's just so much grip on the front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, Tony's gone, and Johnny's coming down in the chase right now. No, he's past the chase, actually.
Yeah, he's coming out of Murray's at the moment on the live stream. Ooh. No, that's Chris Jackson he's behind, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's not Ant Woodward. He's already done that exchange. Chris isn't getting out of his way. He's staying on the racing line.
Chris won't get out of his way.
No.
Yeah, I think Jarosavich has stayed out too long. His lap time was really bad.
Johnny,
His lap
don't
time is bad. 207. No, where is he? 206.99.
You take that bad time, wouldn't you, Pete?
That's that.
yeah,
that
definitely.
lap if you are battling for P2.
Oh, yeah.
I get the feeling that Yarek's going to benefit from this, though. Johnny was almost pushing Chris round some of those corners back there.
Yeah, better not lose. Better be careful not lose his cool because he won't end up second.
He's going to be a bit frustrated here because he was so close to him and now he's not. And he's coming on to the fastest part of the track.
Yep.
I don't think he's got. I think the gap is too big for him to claw back now.
Right, yeah,
Probably.
Well, here we go. This will determine.
Yep.
The rest of the race.
This is it.
Pretty okay in lap from Yaroslav.
So Klusterman goes past. Jackson's in the pits.
Oh, lucky break for Johnny.
Yeah. And I think Chris told him he was doing that as well on the chat a minute ago.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay.
Johnny goes past.
No movement from Yarek yet.
He still has
on
Ant
the way
Woodward.
out now.
Long stop.
That was a long stop. That's longer than I expected it to be.
He's still in there. Wow. Yeah. Oh no, he's on his way.
Nearly 8 seconds is the gap now.
First tires, couple blistering laps, and you're putting 4 or 3 or 5 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds.
I mean, he needs to absolutely nail it, doesn't he?
He's got plenty of laps to do it.
What are we on? 63, so he's got 12 laps.
He needs half a
Well,
second a
13
lap.
Yep. And he was doing more than that previously. Johnny Brandon's last lap was a 206.9. I don't know what's going on with Tony's last lap. It's recording on here as a 2:53. Don't know why.
Yeah, that's an outlap.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'll wake up later.
Alcohol to Mr. Bingham, please.
Yeah, needed. Garrett's got Adam right in front of him now. Adam's quite a compliant lapped car, isn't he? He doesn't get in people's way, so I don't think that'll be an issue for Yarek. All the marbles built up on the front of the car. You can't see it on the black ones, obviously. Very evident on the. Oh, there we go.
So
it's amazing, isn't it?
206.56 for Johnny.
Yep.
Oh, that was a really good outlap from Yaroslav.
Right. In that case, we might see this getting a bit tasty now. What is that? 7.5 seconds is the gap now, yeah?
Nearly 8, isn't it?
But yeah, getting on for 8.
If he catches Adam in the right place, he can get a toe down Comrod.
Well, I think he will, because he's ridiculously quick through the top of the mountain.
Yeah, the gap is already less than 7.
Yeah.
Should get an amazing toe going down
He'll
here.
get a toe, yeah, and then he should be able to do him either into the last corner or the first corner. Whoa, went Woodward.
Yeah, because that's a race for an on-track position, this. Marco Loert versus Ant Woodward. Ooh, that's not how you do that turn, Marco.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh.
I think there would have been words. I think there'd have been shots fired if that had come together.
Yeah, Yaroslav took 1 second off
He has done as well. That's just immense. Ooh. Whoa. Even the second time round, I know what was going to happen. It was no better.
That's close. Wow.
Certainly was.
Jeez.
We got a close-up of Johnny Brandon's side panel. That's crazy. Oh dear.
Well, 5.5 seconds.
It's coming down quick, isn't it? Look at Yarek's last lap, 205.69. They were doing that at the very start of the race. Chris Jackson, 205.76. He must be fresh out of the pits as well.
pitted same lap as Yaroslav.
Right.
So Yarrick is now coming up to the traffic that Johnny Brandon had.
Yep. Let's see what he makes of it in comparison.
Another 205.
And I think Steve LaValle is catching Wayne Sanderson as well for fourth place.
207 for Johnny.
Yeah, 207.3. What's that about?
I think it was the turn one he had to dodge lower.
Oh, right. Okay, you think he got out of the gas? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, by the way, Tony Klusman is still leading the race.
Really? Is he in this?
Yeah,
one?
he's still in here, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Tony is the pace car.
Really?
Literally the pace car.
He could have been.
I think
Yeah.
Derek's going to get a double toe this time.
Yeah, or a double block. It's a gamble, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, when they're close together like that, it makes it a little tougher.
He's still knocking time off Johnny Brandon here.
He's been doing magician stuff, so maybe you can do it here too.
Yeah. I mean, 4.7 seconds now is the gap between himself and Johnny Brandon.
Well, you're right, Pete. He whizzes over the mountain, doesn't he? Oh,
He's just crackers fast, isn't it? So this is where it's either going to be brilliant for him
look
or
at how close he
awful
is
for
already.
him.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think this will end well.
I don't either. I've got a funny feeling about this. It doesn't feel right, this one. These two are fighting for a position. Oh no! That might sort it out for... Oh, he's got through it as well, Yarrick. That was not the best attempt at an overtake from Marco Loert, was it?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that was a mild.
Boy.
Yeah, full send that was.
Zero lucked out on that one, I'll tell you.
Definitely. Here we go. So into the chase, he's 6 car lengths back and makes for that one. That was never going to work. That door was always going to shut.
Yeah, and didn't even see him coming. He was coming so far away.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect that, would you?
Yeah, Yaroslav lost 1.5 seconds because of that.
Well, if he hit him, he would have lost a lot more than
Yeah,
that.
it could have been a lot worse, couldn't
Yeah,
it?
he made,
Yeah.
made a nice avoidance on that one.
I thought there's no chance he's getting through that. There's 2 sideways cars in the middle of the track. But he managed to choose the right thing to do, which was to go to the
smart
right.
move, that's right.
Yeah.
So this is a good fight, and Woodward and Adam Wright, because they're both... Are they going to have to pit? No, Adam's good, I think. No.
Ant's definitely going to have to pit, isn't he? Unless he's got a solar-powered car. Might have borrowed it off Mike Taliancic before the race, but I doubt it.
Or it's a hybrid.
Yeah. Tony's lead is now over 20 seconds.
Yeah, and he's testing the new Tesla battery.
Yeah.
So that'll put Adam Wright up into net 8th.
Wayne Sanderson has been staying with Yaroslav like half of the race.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
When Johnny looks in his mirror now, he can see a blue car coming.
And I thought Steve Lavallee was near to someone a minute ago, and now he's nowhere near anybody. Oh, he was near Wayne, wasn't he? But there's been traffic involved in this. Sounded like the sound of crunching panels. I don't know whether Ant Woodward got a bit of inside wall there as he came through the cutting.
I don't think Ant's got any panels left without a scrape on.
I will go get another drink.
Coping mechanisms by Marco Nemela. Well, I'm going to go and do the opposite of get a drink.
Room for another one, right?
Back in a sec.
Well, Clyde, I would say these closing laps are going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, Yarrick is closing on Johnny. I don't think he's closing quick enough, though.
Well, it seems to have stabilized a little bit. I don't know what Johnny turned that last lap. I lost track of it, but he may have picked it up a little bit. I don't know.
Well, he did a 207.2 and Yarrick did a 206.4.
Well, that's it. See, he's been doing 205s or something before.
So the gap is 5.3 seconds. About 6 laps to go after this one.
And they're very long and interesting laps. Anything can happen.
By the way, guys, did you see my tire warming act on lap 1?
No.
After the it was like turn 4, I was loose until the sky thing.
Oh, Skyline?
Yeah.
Well, I did see you coming up the front after the Hell's Corner going up to Quarry. I did see you going back and forth a little bit left to right, but nothing serious. I saw a little bit of wobble there.
Yeah, I had all hands on deck. The car onto the road.
So it was only 3/10 that map.
Yeah, I think it's the undercut. He needed that undercut to get even closer, and then yeah, I think he lost a second and a half or something on that, and also that Mark Oliver, the torpedo, also was that. So
just remember, it ain't over till it's over.
Steve LaValle,
Yeah, that could have ended in tears.
literally trimming the verge.
He was doing some topiary. absolutely nothing in it on that last lap.
Tony's lost a little bit of his edge. He's down to 21 seconds there. So, dear,
Yeah.
Crisis now.
tragic, yeah, tragic.
Yeah, I need to ask from Johnny about that sliding onto lap 1. He had a really good view of it.
So 5.5 laps to go for Adam Wright, a lot less for Tony Kloosterman.
Yep, Tony's just started lap 72.
This may well be on by the end of this lap, depending on whether Adam can reel in Ant Woodward at all. Hitting that curb there is not going to help him.
I think Ant will beat.
Yeah, it
for
doesn't
next
matter,
lap.
does it? Ant's got a pit.
Oh, of course. Forgetting that like an hour and however long ago, he had to pit for damage.
Does Adam know that, though?
It doesn't look like he does it? He's proper racy with him at the minute. There's no way that Ant could have eked out enough fuel to keep it going, is there?
No,
No. Okay.
not a hope in hell.
Right. I mean, don't sit on the fence, Clyde.
No, Ant pitted on lap 55. The longest stint we've seen is 16 laps. He would need to do 20.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Even 17, it's quite a lot of fuel saving. So.
Yeah, there's too much uphill in this track, isn't there?
Yeah.
Even Mike Magician couldn't have done that, I don't think.
Oh, I think he could.
Yeah, I don't think he would have stopped.
Yeah, I have heard rumors about Michael fuel saving, but I have never seen it.
Honestly,
Oh my goodness.
shocking.
I don't know how he does it. It's amazing.
It's just like, what is he doing? Why is he going around again? How can he have that much fuel? And then you ask the same question the next lap, and you're like, what is this? What is this? Why is he still going? Whilst the sun is still shining, he can still turn laps.
And he's not slacking either, I'll tell you. He's still
No,
a fast
yeah.
guy. What do they call that? Aussie magic, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, Aussie miracle. It's not just a
More
shampoo.
like
Don't say
it.
that to him, he's from New Zealand.
Oh, is
Ooh,
he?
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he's not speaking to me ever again, is he?
Yeah, I think Johnny was just bored. Now he's really good pace. So
Yeah, he's back to 206.5, which he's not done for a while. So
He's at about 3 or 4 of those laps in a row. So
yeah,
I think he sees the blue car in the mirror and says, "I better get on this thing."
yeah.
also it might be like last stint he was really struggling with the front tires, and now he's been taking more easy and he has more tires to use.
Very
Yeah.
well could be. Yeah.
I think it's more likely that he just got a bit bored. Ooh, and what are you doing?
Yeah, that corner it's really easy to go wide. you just drop one tire off the line and it's gone.
That's got its own name.
Tyres are going to be knackered.
Yeah.
He's going to have to pit this lap.
Good thing we can't get flat tires in high race. Then they would have been gone a long time ago.
Adam just tagged the wall there. I think he's just lost his wing mirror.
Wonder if he's been using it at all anyway, Pete. I don't know.
Well, as Klein pointed out before, you shouldn't be looking in that in this car, but I do an awful lot, which is probably why I'm so slow.
Is this the penultimate lap, Clyde?
Yes, for Tony.
Exactly. And now Johnny.
Do this, Adam.
Adam doesn't even need to do it, but he doesn't know that. Or does he? I don't know. Is it because Ant's down a couple of laps, or is he down one lap?
It's not going to make any
He's got to
difference.
come in.
Right.
He didn't come in. Holy mackerel.
What?
He's going to run out of fuel, don't you think?
I don't know. Silly if he did, but
Yeah, this is gonna be lap 19 on the... That's crazy.
he's borrowed Mike's car, hasn't he?
Yeah. With the stealth gas tank.
Yeah.
That's why Michael is in the session.
It's not Ant driving the car, is it? It's Michael Taliancic. Anthony Taliancic. Oh, Ant, what are you doing?
Yeah,
The other way, mate.
he's fuel saving so hard that yeah, if he's
Uh-oh.
trying to
He's out of
do
fuel.
He's out of fuel.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Well, that answers my question.
Is it running? I can't. Nope. Done. Oh, man.
Oh yeah, it's coughing over the top of the hill. Over the top of the mountain, rather. So he's just parked it in the
Oh,
dirt.
yeah. I see it shuddering.
yeah, he forgot to pit.
Or he was gambling on getting around one more lap, which is probably his last lap. So where's Tony right now?
So
The hell, he
Tony's
gave it a
on the
shot.
last lap.
Through Quarry. Might get to see a bit of this car now. And its lack of official livery. Up through the cutting. I know that this next turn's got a name. I'm just going to have to look for it. It's called Griffin's Mount. Why would anybody want to mount a Griffin? Sorry, go on.
Maybe Tony needs to change the car. It's doing so well.
That's what somebody said at the very beginning of the race, funnily enough, when he did the fastest lap of the race earlier on.
Well, unfortunately, he gets disqualified for joining with the wrong car.
Does he?
No, I'm only joking.
Oh, that'd have been funny. I mean, that'd have been interesting.
Griffin's cutting. You have Reed Park also. You forgot that one, too.
Well, I'm very sorry, Bill.
I just looked at my little map here and I noticed it.
Yeah. Out of Forest Elbow and lots of accelerator pedal. There's Ant Woodward. Is he going to slow down and give him a push? No, he's not. He's going to go straight past. Teammates. Who need them?
Is Ant going to get up the hill?
He might not, eh?
He might use the starter for it.
Do you think? Can you do that? Can you?
Yeah, you can go for a while with the starter.
Till you burn it up.
Yeah. So into Murray's last turn for Tony Kloosterman. And unless something happens like his car spontaneously combusts, congratulations, Tony Kloosterman.
Commanding win.
Boy.
Huge commanding win. 20 seconds.
Tony, Excellent job. What a nice drive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it looks like Johnny's going to prevail in second place, or has he already? Yes, he has. Here he comes. He's over second place.
Yeah,
and Jaroslav, I'll tell you, it was pretty close.
That was closer than I thought it'd be after the pit stop.
Me too. And, well, he had a couple little boo-boos, but made it real close.
Johnny did a 2:08 that last lap.
Did, yeah.
And Wayne Sanderson?
Followed by Steve Lavallee. It's like an XVR queue, isn't it?
Yeah, really.
And then Adam Wright. Where's Chris Jackson?
There he is. Rich warming him. There's Adam Wright.
And then
is our final finisher.
Yeah, Marco Loert. Well done. Marco finishes 9th, so top 10 finish for Marco. Oh, and a bit of a slide just to do a bit of a little celebration. Why not? It's quite a good one, actually. Well controlled.
That appears to be everybody finished, yeah.
It does, yeah. So Tony Klusterman is our race winner, so congratulations to him. In second place, sorry, that was for Never Quit Racing, obviously. Johnny Brandon takes home second after a very, very calm race. We'll have to talk to him about his lap times afterwards for XVR Sim Racing. Jarek Sebula for Atlantis Esports team, that's what that says. In third. Fourth was Wayne Sanderson for XVR Sim Racing Black. His teammate Steve Lavallee followed him home in fifth, also for XVR Sim Racing Black. XVR Sim Racing represented again for 6th place with Rich Warmingham, and then Chris Jackson for Never Quit Racing A in 7th. 8th was Adam Wright. 9th was Marco Loert for Team M&M Brake Power. Ant Woodward for Never Quit Racing B team finished 10th. 11th and did not finish was Andrew Hoffman, 40 laps down for Vulcan Esports. Great team. 12th was Marco Namela for Racecraft Esports, 44 laps down. Liam O'Connor was 13th for XVR Sim Racing Black. Ben Cullen finished in 14th, but didn't, if you know what I mean, for 69 laps down. And then for Pursuit Sim Racing in 15, Michael Taliancic didn't even start.
Excellent. So we have got the top 3 waiting in the interview room. So first of all, Pete, I shall bring in our race winner, Tony Klusterman.
Tony Klusterman, it feels like only yesterday we were talking about another of your victories.
Yeah, it's becoming a habit.
It is, and it's a welcome thing as well. You have literally led from start to finish, apart from a few laps where you pitted and other people didn't. Very, very commanding lead. We didn't see you lose control at all. Other people have tagged the wall tonight, etc., but still finished in healthy positions. Your car didn't even show any dirt on the front of it for at least the first half of the race. Because you were that far ahead of everybody else. Tell me about your race experience tonight.
Good. It was. It's always nice to race at Bathurst and keep it off the walls. And proud of the fact that I was able to do that for 75 laps. Setup was good. It was a setup that we've used the last 2 times when we've been here, and it was really good. Sort of mid-race when the track temperature was about 105 or so, a little squirrely at the beginning. And to be honest, I didn't feel comfortable until we're probably 30 laps in. And then we heard Johnny was having some issues with his knee or his braking foot. So, yeah, it was a good victory. Very pleased.
Yeah, you should be, because that was very commanding. Marco did his best to close you down, but then had issues of his own, which involved walls, as far as I can understand it, and beer potentially. Yeah, but we don't talk about drinking and driving. It's naughty, you know. Apparently, drinking and commentating is not great either. But yeah, brilliant race. How did you find the back markers as you passed them today?
Very good today. Everybody was excellent, actually.
Cool. Going to ask it anyway. How's your brother?
He's doing well. May get out of the hospital tomorrow, and
That's good.
he was riding with me today.
Right. Okay. That's cool. And anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go and pop the cork on your simulated champagne bottle?
Team Never Quit Racing, our sponsors, Simability. Racetech for sponsoring our league. Without them, we wouldn't be able to get this done. And you guys for doing an awesome broadcast. I'm sure 3 hours in the broadcast booth feels like 75 laps at Bathurst anyways.
It's gone really quickly. We've had lots and lots of close racing. We've been focused most of the race, second half of the race, on the Johnny Brandon Jarek Sebula potential coming together, which didn't quite happen. It's been going on for like 30 laps or something, and it was very, very close at the end. But you've answered part of our question, which is what happened to Johnny Brandon's lap times. So we'll speak to Johnny shortly. Thank you very much, Tony Klusterman, our race winner. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Flushed.
No, he flushed himself.
Oh, did he? I was going to say, where'd you flush him to? Because he's literally vanished. Have you seen Yarek's name in the interview?
Yeah. Okay, so let's bring in our runner-up, Johnny Brandon. Welcome to the booth.
Good evening.
Good evening. Now, we was puzzled by your, I'm going to say lack of pace, even though you're like 20 seconds quicker a lap than I am.
It was my knee popped on lap 30, 32. Yeah.
Tony was just said something. You had something up with your knee or something. So what is it? Old age catching up with you?
Yeah, basically. And I had a really busy day at work as well. I've been on the go all day, and I nearly missed the race. I literally walked in the door, turned the computer on, sat down like 5 minutes before qualifying.
Yeah, I see that.
And then so I was already in a bit of a state, and then it's like okay. Just got going, and it was fine. And then I come down the back straight. Where was it, Conrod Straight?
Yeah.
And that's sort of the heaviest braking point for me. And I stamped on them, and it felt like my kneecap just exploded off the top of my knee.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then every time I touched the pedal after that, it was like that. So I was trying to just brake early. I nearly stopped, and then I saw Marco crash or whatever, like leave the room. Sorry, Marco. I don't know what happened. So I thought, oh, points. I need to carry on. So I was just braking really early everywhere and trying to be as light as I could on the pedals, which isn't easy with the pedals I've got. So I was right foot braking, left foot braking, right. Just trying to get to the end, and then that pesky Sebula come in and scared me at the end. I thought he was going to catch me.
Yeah, he was on an alternate strategy. Is this injury a reoccurring thing, or is this something new?
No, it's a thing. It's years of smashing your knees apart in karting, and being a plumber, I'm up and down on my knees all day, and my knees aren't good. But it's normally not a problem. But I think just being so busy today, and like I said, I was literally straight from work, straight on this, and then the long race. It's just popped. Like it'll be all right in the morning or tomorrow afternoon.
You didn't hurt your knee from table tennis tournaments, did you?
Table tennis?
Yeah.
Nah, not really.
Okay.
What you'll have to do, Johnny, is get the missus in, and she can do the pedals, and you can do the steering.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I just turn them upside down. So that I can brake with my right foot and accelerate with my left. That'll be all right.
You'll remember that.
So, the race for you, obviously Marco's self-inflicted incident, and then the damage to his car ruled him out. Tony obviously had pace on you, possibly because of your injury.
I was kind of cruising with him at the start.
Yeah,
and I was trying to save fuel, and every time I backed off and saved fuel, he'd get about 3 seconds ahead, and then he'd back off and save fuel. that wasn't worth me pushing. I could see he was doing it and just holding it at 3 seconds. So I was good up until my knee went. I was quite happy where I was, and it would have been close. I don't know if I'd have beaten him because he's rapid around there, but I could see what he was doing. So I was like, I wasn't trying to catch him because I could just roll off the throttle and try and save a bit as well. And I knew as soon as he was 3 seconds up the road, he was saving fuel and was trying to just hold that gap. So yeah, I was gutted really because I wasn't expecting to be anywhere near him, if I'm being honest.
But you've said in the past not one of your favourite tracks.
I like it. I'm just not that quick round there compared to the past guys. Yeah,
you always seem to come second, don't you? Normally it's second to Foggy. And Tony had a Foggy-esque drive tonight. But a track like this that you don't usually win at, you must be happy with second and bagging a pocket full of points.
Yeah. Some should argue my knee should have come first and I should have pulled over because it's only a bloody game. But yeah, it's
you only live once.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you wouldn't.
You wait till you get as old as Bill.
Who needs to walk, eh? Who needs to walk?
Yeah, Bill
That's
pulled a
what cars
muscle
are for.
turning the telly over. Anyway, Johnny, thanks for joining us in the booth. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
You guys for the broadcast. I'm sure it was good, and I'll eagerly watch it to see you having a pop at how slow I am. You're coming up with
few times.
theories as to why.
We thought you was
Honestly.
bored.
Can I have one question?
Oh yeah, go on. We don't normally talk.
How did you like my tire warming tactic on the lap?
I don't know how you saved that, Marco, on lap 1. That was crazy. That was the biggest tank slapper I've ever seen anybody get away with in this car. How you kept that out at all, I do not know.
Yeah, I don't
pretty
either.
impressive. It was, it was good. It was a shame. I don't know what happened. Did you just touch the wall, Marco?
No, I actually touched the curb on the coming up. So when there's it flattens, so you have a small maybe wiggle, but I touched the curb on the inside also, so it started wiggling everywhere.
Unlucky, man.
Excellent. Well, thanks again, Johnny, for joining us in the booth. Congratulations on your second place finish. Johnny Brandon.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Okay, so next for you, Pete, we will bring in our third place finisher, Mr. Onion himself, also known as Jarek Cibula. Over to you, Pete.
Mr. Onion, welcome to the booth. How are you doing today?
Hello, guys. How are you doing? I'm great. I had a crazy
Cool.
race, so
Yeah, third place round Bathurst after 75 laps. That is something to celebrate. You had a bit of an incident early on, didn't you? Which caused you to drop a few positions, and then you chose a pit strategy which was very different to the top two guys. Tell us about that.
Yes, on lap 1, I got a bit. I panicked a bit too much because guys braked a bit earlier than I expected, and I blocked the front tires, and then I just slid. I only didn't want it to hit the guys in front, so I didn't care if I am out of the track or something. Just wanted to make it clear, and yeah, it was okay. I went on the grass and I had a slowdown, dropped I think around 11th place or 9th place, something like that, and then I started chasing, and that's it. For me, it was actually like 6 sprint races or something like that. It was not endurance at all for me actually. It comes about tactics, the pit stop strategy. I actually didn't really think the strategy through for this race. I just decided to drive to use the whole fuel tank and then go for a pit, and then that was the story. I was a bit unlucky on the second pit stop because I drove 1 lap too many, and just in the pit lane I had no fuel, but luckily without the fuel, without engine running, I managed to roll into my pit stop. So yeah, it was lucky anyway. The tactic, the pit stop strategy was nothing I actually chose. I just follow the fuel gauge, and that's it.
Well, it obviously did you perfectly fine because you finished in third place. You were absolutely tearing Johnny Brandon's gap to pieces. But you'll have probably figured out if you've been either listening to the broadcast or speaking to Johnny in the interview room beforehand that he had a bit of an injury to his knee part way through. We spent about 30 laps of that race determining whether you were actually going to catch him or not. And in the end, it came down to about 2.5 seconds. It was absolutely fascinating.
Johnny has to say a big thank you to the two guys who collided in front of me. I don't know. I think that was Anthony and Marco. I think
it was, yeah.
So
we
I
saw
lost
that,
like
yeah.
3 seconds over there. So yeah, he has to thank you them a lot.
Yeah, we were amazed that you made it past those two crash cars without hitting either of them because all I saw was two sideways cars in front of you. I thought, he's got to hit one of them, right? And you went to the right hand side of the track and managed to dodge the lot. So that's probably the best move you've done in many races, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, well, this is something which one of the pro drivers told me one day. Very simple thing. If you see car spinning in front of you, just point his rear. So don't go around him from his front. Rather choose to go on the rear of his car because most of the times they will shunt in towards their front side. So this is something which I remember and which is deep in my head. So I did it automatically, actually. So
see, nobody's ever said that to me, Clyde.
Okay.
Pete, you're past teaching. That's the trouble.
Oh dear, the abuse I get in this booth, it's just terrible. So anyway, a brilliant drive, Jarek. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
As always, I want to thank you guys because the league you're organizing is really good and I enjoy it a lot. So I hope you will keep doing your work as you're doing. So yeah, thanks to you guys.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much for the fantastic race. Jarek Sabula, Mr. Onion, third place finisher tonight after 75 grueling laps of Bathurst. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And just to clarify that point, Pete, about avoiding accidents, to be fair, you usually are the accident. So
yeah, it's hard to avoid your own, isn't
it? Right. So we've Ant Woodward has been waiting patiently in the wings. Ant Woodward, welcome to the booth.
Good evening.
10th place finish.
Is that where it ended up? Was it?
Yeah, I can't help thinking maybe there was another couple of places in it for you. But we see you had that damage earlier on, and it just threw your whole pit strategy out the window.
Yeah, I was gambling at the end there. I knew I wasn't going to make it, but I don't know. I was hoping for divine intervention or something, but I didn't lose anything. I would have, if I'd have pitted, I'd have finished in 10th. So I just sort of stay out, see if you can get a push around or something.
Yeah, we were surprised when you stayed out. We was convinced that you was coming in that lap, and then you didn't. So maybe we thought Mike Taliancic was driving the car for you.
How many laps did I get on that stint?
19.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
really trying to stretch it.
19 and a half.
That was a hell of a try.
I had to. I mean, I think all I did was loop it into the wall after Hell Corner and damaged it. Had to pit. I think I pitted on lap 7, so I was well out of sequence. But then I was trying to work it out all race. If I was to do extra laps in my stints, if I would save, but it was a round figure. It was a nice round figure. There wasn't a short stop at the end, so it didn't really play out in the end.
Yeah, and what caused your accident? Was it just over eagerness on the right pedal, or did you clip a curb?
think I just got up onto the curb out of Hell Corner. You know, when you do that and it just flicks you instantly. And tried to brake. By the time I was locking the wheels up, I was on the grass. And I think I went pretty square against the barrier, but the steering was all out and I was losing places like mad. So I thought, pit it and see if we could work something else out. But
Well, ultimately, like you say, I think there was probably a couple of places extra you could have gained, but not a very big field. 10th place is still a big bag full of points. So congratulations. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
yeah, all the usual suspects. Team Never Quit Racing, Sim Ability, the team sponsors, Racetech League sponsors, and Stacey and Evie.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us in the booth as usual, Ant, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Okay, then. So, before you know, Pete, last but not least, we have Chris Jackson.
Who's Chris Jackson? I've not heard of him before. So, welcome to the booth, Chris. Mary's let you race. I mean, Mary doesn't know that you're racing. I mean, good race.
Hey, gentlemen, long time no see.
Yeah, not bad, and not a bad finish. 7th. Did you start 5th?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So you were very quick around Bathurst, but you encountered some difficulties, didn't you? Tell us about that.
Anyone who says sim fitness isn't a thing is joking, because I tell you, I've not been on the rig for a while, and then I did the Bathurst 1000 with Jamie last night, so pretty much did an all-nighter. I had a 24-hour window to get on the sim from the wife, so thank you very much. But my body is bruised, sore, and yeah, it was tough to get through that. That was definitely difficult.
Come on, you're
Yeah.
a hockey player. Knock it off, will you?
I think Bill's challenging your masculinity there. So 7th place finish in the end. You had some real ding dong battles with certain people. Adam Wright was with you for quite a long time there. Tell us about your race across the hill, because it's very difficult to pass when you're at the top of the mountain, isn't it?
It's almost impossible if they just hold their line and don't spin up the tires. You basically have to just try and park yourself right under their wing and hope you get a good run out of the last corner or out of forest.
And how was your car tonight? Did you get the pace out of it that you thought you'd get?
Used the set that Jamie and I used in the Bathurst 1000, so it felt great in the hot weather. It felt horrible at the start, so I was struggling a bit. But then as the race got warmer and warmer and it went on, car just felt really good. Actually, I was really enjoying that.
Cool. And is this the start of you joining the Racetech League more regularly, or is this a one-off for now?
This is unfortunately a one-off. With given Bathurst, I was able to bend the arm of my wife, and she was okay with that for one weekend. So get out of jail for free weekend. Had a lot of fun. So miss racing, miss you guys. But definitely a lot of fun.
No, that's cool. And some of the old familiar names in the race tonight, and probably some new ones. So Ben Cullen will be fairly new to you, I think, and Jarek Sabula, who finished 3rd. So how did you find the back markers that you passed?
They're very good. They stayed on the race line. I had no complaints. And the new faces very quick. So testament to the league attracting new talent and good clean racing. So well done by everyone.
Cool. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to? Obviously, Mary. Before I'm just trying to help you along there. Before we let you go and celebrate your 7th place.
Thank you. Definitely my wife, Mary. Thanks for letting me jump on. Hi, Logan. Want to give a shout out to the Racetech sponsor, you guys, for the great broadcast that you do. I definitely enjoy all the series that you guys cover. And thoughts and prayers with Tony's brother. Thank you to NQR and Tony for the setup and just the team dynamic. And hopefully I can get back racing with you guys soon. So thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, we look forward to it. Yeah, congratulations to our 7th place finisher. Chris Jackson.
And there he was gone. Small field, cracking racing, very tactical. There was 2 distinct ways to go in that race, and we see both tactics. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. Pete, what about you?
I like all the races where you are trying to guess what's going to happen at the end when you're still in the first half of it. There was lots going on in there in terms of strategy. We obviously saw the crashes that you unfortunately experienced at Bathurst. Thankfully, I'm not the only one that bins it around this track. Maybe I do it more than these guys do. I don't know. It was fantastic to see Marco Nemela racing at the rate of knots that he was doing while he was on the track, and then great that he joined us in the booth. But trying to figure out whether Jarek could pass Johnny in the second half of the race. It's a shame that Johnny got the injury that he's got. I think it would have been a completely different story in terms of the front 2 if that hadn't happened. But again, if Ant and Marco Lewert hadn't got together at the end of the chase, or in the chase, then Jarek might have been right on the back of Johnny as a result of his injury. So, fantastic race, really. You don't need a big field, do you? We've proven that in other leagues as well. I've thoroughly enjoyed tonight. It's gone so quick. It's been unreal. And we've had some great topics to commentate on, and we've had some good chat. We've had some good laughs from the guys in the chat on the YouTube stream. So I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I've probably enjoyed it more than actually racing it, because usually I just crash.
Yeah, so you would have been in the booth after lap 1. Bill, what was your view on the race?
Well, I got to second everything Pete said, and I got to be honest with you. I know everybody's different, but I think V8 Supercars put on the best show, and especially at Bathurst. We had some amazing races, battles tonight. You know, it's kind of funny. It happens to us all the time. We go and we have like 14 cars. And we go, oh God, we're going to be yawning. And boy, it never turns out that way. I'm telling you, we're always, up on the wheel, so to speak, ourselves, watching all these little infights and battles. And of course, the strategy is, I'm not a strategist by any means. When they tell me to come get fuel, I get it. I never really think about it too much, but I have to tell you, it's really amazing all the thought you put into this. I mean, guys like Marco, know all about that kind of stuff, and it just amazes me all the thought that goes into planning a race like that and making it work out. Of course, that's the hard part, to make it really work the way you want it to. But it was really a great night. I enjoyed it immensely, and like Pete said, 75 laps. It felt more like about 20 laps. I mean, it felt like a sprint race, really. So it was a great night. Enjoyed it. And glad that everybody came, and the people that showed up, I hope they had a good time too. If they didn't, something's wrong. It was a great race. So looking forward to another one like this. Wouldn't hurt my feelings one bit.
And Marco, let's get Marco in before he gets too drunk. You drove for half a race, then joined us in the booth for half a race after your little incident. So, from both sides, how was your half a race, and how did you enjoy viewing the other half of the race?
Yeah, you could say I got the best of the both worlds. So I was enjoying the race. Even with the damage, it was just too hard to continue, and I ran out of strength. But yeah, it's like the racing with this in this league is just really great, and thanks to everyone involved, you guys, Racetech, and the drivers. So yeah.
Excellent. And Sam, not many cars on track, but still plenty of action for you to follow.
Yeah, plenty of action. The only moment where we had nothing really to show on cameras, we had this guess from between Tony and Jarek strategists. So that was still pretty fun. Very good race, clean racing as always. For a race at Bathurst, it was very cool. So yeah, good one.
Always enjoy the races at Bathurst. Right, so coming up for you in the very near future, Wednesday, we are in GT4 TCR action from the Daytona Road Course, and that is the NASCAR version. Friday night, we are back with the official V8 European Friday night strength of field race from Le Mans. And then next Sunday, we have round 3 of the VRA GTCC GT3 action from Road America. So I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's race. Make sure you give us a like. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Check out the merch store. Thanks to everybody that raced. Thanks to, as Pete said, everybody in the chat. We always enjoy your comments and the bit of banter backwards and forwards. Thanks to Sam, Pete, Marco, and Bill for joining me on the broadcast. I shall say good night. Let the guys say good night, and we'll close the broadcast. So, good night, everybody.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope it was as entertaining for you watching it as it was for us broadcasting it. And tune in next time for the same kind of excitement. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Thanks to the drivers that showed up. It was a lean field, but it was really an absolutely fabulous race. Hope everybody enjoyed it. And thanks to the chat guys and the subscribers. And please give us a like on the internet. It really helps out. And thanks a lot and have a good evening. Hope to see you at our next event.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and yeah, it was a fun race. Yeah, see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching. See you Wednesday, and have a good one. Goodbye.